Alright, we're good.
Be like,
Bussin' with the boys, hanging with the fellas, betting on a game. No woman's gonna tell us what to do, and I've been over here just drinking beer and making that noise. Baby, I'm hanging with the fellas, bussin' with the boys.
Bro.
Put my head to the ground. He didn't know who Caitlin Clark was.
No.
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. Yeah, legit. When they said that, I kind of just did the, you know, when you're in a group of people and everybody else gets the jokes, so you just smile and laugh. All right, dude, sick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, she's great.
But in my head, I was like, yo, who the fuck is Angel Reese? And these boys back here always talking about porn stars and stuff. So
I saw that
just
clip.
assumed.
I saw that clip.
I know.
Does that
Taylor Lewis was like, you're going to get canceled for this.
Does that make you sexist?
I don't know what that makes me.
Racist.
Oh,
Makes me
both?
racist?
Maybe all of
You
it.
knew who Caitlin Clark was, right? And she's white.
Yeah.
So
She is
sexist
white,
and
but she's
racist?
also... The reason why I know about Caitlin Clark
Why?
is because of Jersey Jerry, honestly. Because he did the Jerry After Dark, and that's when he was like beating her record. I was like, oh, who is this chick? And then she was like
Fair.
the be-all, end-all
Yeah.
of women's basketball, and legitimately has put women basketball back on the mark, right?
Yeah.
I think it's
I
helped
don't
a
know.
lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think
Has
it's
it
helped a
been on
lot.
the
George is,
It helps a lot.
yeah.
Helps a lot.
I'm a Caitlin Clark stan. Like
Well,
like,
yeah, Iowa.
Yeah.
yeah, I am. It's hard to not like her. Like if she was like a dick all the time, then it'd be easy to hate her. Because like when you're super cocky, but it's like she handles every question with ease.
Yeah.
Have you met her personally?
Yeah, she's
Awesome.
She's a stud.
God.
Yeah,
You know what it is,
she
dude?
crushed
Iowa.
the bus.
Iowa,
crushed the
Nebraska.
bus.
Like she would vibe with the boys. She texted me.
You think we get her on?
Yeah, I think at some point.
Shoot her a text.
She seems like
Yeah,
she's
sure.
kind of about it too. You saw her in McAfee, and she was talking about how you had me on once a week.
Yeah,
I'm all in, that
Like I'll
type of
fill
thing.
that slot.
We watched her play, and then she's like, "I really want to go crush some beers with you, but we have an early practice tomorrow, so I'm gonna." And it was like it was the second round of the NCAA tournament. She's like, "I'd love to go crush beers, but I just gotta go to bed." I was like, "You do you, girl."
Dude, that is fucking
You got a
awesome.
championship to go win.
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Where's she from?
Speaking of championships,
Oh.
the Chevy
are we rolling right
Silverado.
now?
Yeah, we've been rolling.
Oh, sick.
Bussin' with the Boys is presented by the Chevy Silverado. This is a Chevy truck podcast. The greatest trucks ever built, and our good friends at Chevrolet have been a big part of the Bussin' family and even our personal lives. You know your boy has the ZR2. The Chevy Silverado, longtime awesome partner of the show, a truck with commanding and unstoppable grit, just like our guest George Kittle. Legendary capability and dependability as well. Find out for yourself like so many of the other boys. Head to Chevy.com, check out all the Chevy truck grit, and build your own personal Silverado. For do-it-yourself projects, road trips, off-road adventures, tailgates, whatever your thing is, it all starts with the Chevy truck.
Wow. How many times have you read that?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
You know, it's funny. I got dropped off, and one of my buddies is about to buy a Chevy Silverado.
Really?
Yeah, he's been driving an Avalanche for years.
Okay.
No AC. I was like, yeah, you gotta.
That's old school, too.
It's time.
Oh yeah, and he was like, I was like, you gonna get your AC fixed? He was like, I think I'm just gonna buy a Silverado. I'm like,
He's been listening to the pod.
it's a solid drop.
He understands.
It's a solid
The
truck.
Avalanche had a nice moment back in the day. There was
They
an
were so
Avalanche
cool.
era, yeah.
They were so.
I didn't
cool.
like how the bed had the little triangle thing.
I know, but it was so
I
unique.
kind of messed with it.
You
It's like
like
you
that?
hated it at first, but then you kind of came around because
It was-
everybody would like deck it out and make it look sweet.
You make it look
And
sweet.
you're like, all right, this thing does kind of fuck.
It was unique. Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
It definitely did.
Hey, before we get off the Caitlin Clark thing, where is she from? Is she from Iowa?
Small town Iowa. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where, but yeah, small town Iowa.
That is kind of.
You're
makes her
from
way
Are you
cooler.
from Iowa?
I was born in Madison, but like I grew.
Okay.
I was in Iowa from like 6 to 16.
Got
so
you.
I consider that my home state.
Yeah.
I go back there more than I do Wisconsin.
How
I've never
long?
been to Wisconsin. I never played Wisconsin.
Well, Green Bay.
You never played at Green Bay?
No, I played at Green Bay. I'm talking about in college.
Oh,
Big Ten. 3 Big Ten boys didn't here.
I never played at Michigan or Michigan State were the two I missed. We played both away on my redshirt year, so I never
Really?
got to travel.
I never actually played Wisconsin, home or away.
That's
It's like
weird.
the
to miss
only
that.
team.
That's weird. Why is
the
that?
only game I missed in college was Wisconsin, my freshman year, redshirt freshman year,
And then you didn't play
and
them
we
again.
never played them again. So I never had the opportunity to play them.
I didn't play them until like when the conference like realigned and stuff. I didn't
Mm.
play them until was that my redshirt junior year. We played them then and my redshirt senior year.
I wish I had never played them.
Yeah, just like that, they
Camp
clip
Randall's
resurface.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever ranked the Big Ten stadiums? Like what would be like your top 3 stadiums?
We could do that for a tier talk today.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I like that.
You just want to do it now?
I was also thinking
No, we can do whatever.
cereals.
All right.
I just thought of that.
You were
Have we
thinking
done
what?
cereals?
We haven't done cereal.
We haven't done cereal, but I do like the idea of doing Big Ten.
I mean, we are 3 Big Ten guys.
3 Big Ten guys. Might as well.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Should we just start off the episode with some tier
Yeah,
talk?
let's just do
switch
tier
it
talk.
up and do tier talk?
You want to take a second?
We can take a second.
I think
I haven't thought
I
about it
feel,
all.
I
Oh,
feel
there you
pretty
go.
confident in who.
I love
my
how it says
stadiums would
Rose
be.
Bowl.
Can you draft your own stadium?
That should be.
I
I
think
need to
off
get
limits.
that figured out.
Off limits.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Oh, off limits?
Can't draft your own stadium.
Okay.
Okay,
That
can't
saves
draft
me
your own stadium.
a
Can't
really
draft
good
your
look
own
on the
stadium.
internet.
Yeah, I got your back, dude.
I think I know where I'm going with this.
I think I do too.
Start it off, bro.
You want to start it?
No.
All right, I'll start. My favorite stadium to play in was Memorial Stadium. I think Nebraska's atmosphere is fantastic.
Wait, you're going one right away.
He's starting off with
Yeah, yeah.
one. Number
Number
one.
one.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, I'm starting with 1 because it was always a sellout crowd, and we always played in the last game of the year, and it was always like 4-something. So like the stakes were a little bit higher. I was 3-0 there, which also makes great memories. But like the fact that they had a sellout crowd, always loud, everybody's so polite, and like when you're going into playing Nebraska, our coach would always have like a meeting and be like, oh shit, don't fall for their politeness. They hate you just as much as we hate them. You just got to go out there and get it. Because like you'd walk in,
It's a
and
great
all the door holders would just be like, "Oh, hey, good luck today. Hope you have a great time out there." Just the nicest, sweetest people let you into the locker room. So yeah, Memorial is always one of my favorites.
We do have a good fan base like that.
They show up, dude. It's a fantastic fan base.
They
Like,
show up.
I don't like Nebraska, but I respect the hell out of their state. Like it's
Yeah.
a great, and it's like there's only like 2 stadiums that go straight up in the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it feels like an NFL stadium.
Yeah. 'Cause
It
they
is
got
a good
press box
stadium.
side.
It's a great
It's a good
stadium.
stadium.
It's a good atmosphere.
The last time I was there.
Oh, tier talk.
Yeah, you're right. Go ahead. What's your 2?
Oh, I was gonna do like a snake draft.
We can.
You're just
if
changing
you
this
want to just
entire
change.
thing.
I have no
the
idea
We can
what's
do that.
going
Go ahead.
on.
Will, what's your
My
one?
number 1 is Wisconsin.
Fair.
I think when they do the
Camp Randall's great.
it's jump around, right?
Yeah,
Jump
third
around.
quarter.
When they get that going, that shit is rocking. We got to play there in the night game against Russell Wilson. They beat our ass.
That was sick.
But it was an electric atmosphere. So I'm gonna go Wisconsin. Wisconsin's my tier 1 for Big Ten stadiums.
My number 1 is going to go to Beaver Stadium,
Fair.
Penn State. It was my retro freshman year. We played them in October. They didn't do the whiteout. They had like literally everyone was wearing like Halloween costumes. I remember it was like 3rd and 9, looking to my left and seeing Joe Paterno like on the line with me. Like I can see him. And all of a sudden the ball was snapped. I almost gave up a sack, and it was like, holy shit, dude, that's fucking Joe Paterno before you know.
Yeah, before.
But it's loud, it's over the top,
Yeah,
and
it
you
is.
can barely hear yourself think. And every time I played, there was a night game, which I thought was just like the coolest thing because Michigan didn't play a whole lot of night games until
No.
recently.
Yeah,
so
it
for
just
me, that
started.
was like a really cool experience.
I'm bummed I didn't get to experience like a real Penn State atmosphere because the only time we played there was the week of all this Sandusky stuff.
Yeah,
So it was
Oh.
kind of weird. It's like you do
That is
you had
weird.
the prayer, you had the
The
moment on
week
the
of?
field. It was the week. They were thinking
That's
about canceling
wild.
it because the campus they were like rioting,
Yeah.
throwing couches,
No
burning
shit.
couches, fires.
That was
yeah,
some
bro.
crazy stuff.
And it
That
was
was a wild
a wild
time.
moment. And you kind of we stayed in this eerie motel that shared a parking lot with like the orphanage or that building that Sandusky was known for.
Mhm.
And so it was
Oh.
just a weird vibe. That week was a weird vibe.
That's
So
a
I never
unique
got to
story.
experience Beaver Stadium. Like
My
that.
redshirt senior year, we played there on a night game, and it was when like what was the song? Black Beetle. You know, like everyone froze on camera.
What?
Do you remember that song?
Oh yeah,
Black
bro.
Beetle.
What's
And
Black Beetle?
it's like a song, and like during like the chorus, you would like hold
Everybody
a position.
freezes.
Yeah,
and, like, the
Domo
camera-
Pera, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Is that
No,
thing?
different
No.
one.
What's
The
that?
boys in the locker room. Yeah,
Yeah,
the boys in the locker room would try to get it going, and everybody kind of freezes. And
But then
you're
like
just
a
kinda,
camera would
bringing it
walk around.
Yeah,
They'll show you.
Yeah, dude. I think we're thinking of the same thing.
Yeah.
Am I not? I'm
Yeah.
thinking of Harlem Shake. That's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
Harlem
But-
Shake was a nice little.
but
That
so-
was a fun time.
We lost
That was
by
a fun time. People started doing.
we
that.
lost by 30, and like right at the start of the third quarter, they did a Black Beetle cam, and the whole stadium froze. Penn State does their own version of Black Beetle in the locker room. The whole stadium freezes, and they have like the sky cam went around the whole stadium.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
as we're losing by like 24 points.
That's epic.
Oh, dude, it was fantastic.
Yeah. So this is the same thing as Harlem Shake, just a different song.
Essentially, yeah.
No, it's not the same thing because the Harlem Shake was one person kind of freaking out and everyone
Yeah.
kind of doing their thing, and then all of a sudden it'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be insane shit.
Flips and everybody's
Yeah.
Similar, but like
was just like everyone's freezing.
I remember the Steelers did one of these little Beetle deals you guys are talking about, and it was
Beetle
James
deals.
Harrison, and he's literally holding like halfway up a pull up.
yeah, I remember that.
It was like, oh
Yoked.
my god.
We might have to do it to bring it back, just with this episode.
It was like, yeah, just watching that night game. It was raining, all white out. Losing by 24 something. Just watching, I was like, oh, this is sick.
That's dope.
Let's see, my number 2.
What's Ross Aid Stadium? Is that Northwestern?
Maybe. Let's see. I never played in Michigan or Michigan State,
Indiana.
so I can't, hold those.
Oh, Purdue.
I'm gonna say, okay, you took Wisconsin, was definitely a 2 for me. I can't pick Kenneck. I always enjoyed.
Oh, we can't pick who you guys picked?
George just turned this tier talk into
Oh,
just
can
a
I?
strict
Okay,
snake
tier talk
draft.
is now a snake draft. Who's your number 1? Yours was Nebraska.
My one was Wisconsin.
All right, so I'm pretty safe.
You guys just got to tell me the rules.
You got Penn State.
No,
You know
you've
the-
changed
This
the
is what
rules.
your 4th time on the pod.
Yeah, it's been a minute though.
Yeah, tier talk is it's
been like a
just
year.
your
It
list.
has
It's
legit been
not
a year.
a.
Okay,
it's not a
let's
draft.
just do that then.
But well, the way we usually do it is you talk about your 3, you talk about your 2, you talk about your 1.
Why did
We
you
all-
tell me? It's been a year, man.
Yeah, but you've been
Play
excited.
a lot of
You were
football.
excited about you were excited about
Yeah.
coming on doing this
I'm
snake
very
draft.
excited.
But we can turn this tier talk into a draft. They're
Alright.
all off the board.
Tier,
We're already in
tier
it.
talk snake draft.
Once you're in, it's a sin. Let's keep going.
I don't like how they've added the new Pac-12 teams.
I know.
Whatever it is, that's tough for me because I never played there either. I'm gonna go Northwestern 11 a.m. kickoff
Nice,
Why?
nice.
because
You know you're gonna beat their ass. It's early. You're gonna get home.
that
in
is a
time.
game that proves that you love football. Like you're not gonna get unless it's a night game. Like their fans would show up for like a night game, like a big game when they were decent.
Yeah.
But like the 2 times we played them, they weren't very good. We had call it 5,000 to 10,000 people in the stands, and they had maybe like 4,000 people in the stands.
It's basically a home game away from home.
Yeah, but it's not like you're not gonna sell it out. It's like
Yeah.
half the stadium's full, maybe, and
Beautiful
like
campus.
beautiful campus. But like you win there, like that means you love football. Like showing up to play in that 11 o'clock kickoff, it's just grit. Like that's Big
And
Ten
you
football.
take care of business.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
you're very aware no one's watching. Even the
That's-
scouts will probably throw this film away.
it's a gritty game.
Yeah.
So like I always appreciate that, and like that's one of my favorite. Like I can't wait till it's in December, and like UCLA or USC has to go to Northwestern for an 11 a.m. kickoff.
There's no chance.
It's
There's
like-
no chance they'll go and answer the bell.
They've never experienced that type of football
Right.
before. So like I'm excited about that.
Can I tell you, when you said Northwestern, I was completely against you, but your explanation of why, totally, I'm back
It's,
on.
I know. I feel
That
it.
is
It's
exactly,
like it's Big Ten football to
yes,
its core.
It really is.
It's gonna be 10 punts, and it's like it's either gonna be like 13-7 or it's gonna be like 40-10. Like those are the 2 games that it always
no
is.
fans or buts.
You guys put up 40.
The year we
Iowa's don't they ever put up 40?
I think
Whoa,
you
whoa,
beat
whoa.
everybody 13-10.
2015 CJ Beathard at quarterback, we averaged like 25 a game,
Okay.
and Northwestern we won 40-10. That was a great game.
Okay.
So you pulled that out of your little brain
Yeah.
right there. You
Yeah.
can't remember tier top, but you were at 2015.
Wait, when you win football games, you remember those really well.
No doubt. You probably won a tier talk.
Maybe I think I have.
we
Shows-
did
shows what's
video
important.
games. We did video.
We did
games that
video
one year.
games.
Taylor
Oh, I
did
didn't win that
video
one. We did
games.
video games, and then we did one other one, and I got crushed on that one for some reason.
My second round pick's gonna go Ohio State. I
Fair.
think that playing at the horseshoe. That's what they call it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the primetime game. We got to play there at night. Unfortunately, I picked two stadiums that we got our ass beat in, but
Still good
Ohio
atmospheres.
Ohio State night game.
Mhm. My pick number 2 is going to go to the Indiana Hoosier Stadium.
Oh wow.
That was the first game I ever started. My first Big Ten game I ever started in.
Fair.
We ended up losing. It was a score fest. It was back with Denard Robinson, Rich Rodriguez, and it was literally, I think there was over 100 points scored in that game.
Sick.
It was insane. It came down. No, we won.
I remember
we
that
won
game.
last second on like a fourth quarter drive. And I don't want to get horny on you boys, but I
Mm.
remember after my second series being like, holy fuck, I'm playing in the Big Ten as a redshirt freshman. I turned around and then there was this girl, because the student section's right behind the boys.
For sure.
There was this girl who had some major league yabos on her. And I just remember being like, Big Ten ball, baby.
Yeah.
We're here.
I've
And
made it.
I'm like, I can see her perfectly right now. And it wasn't the best looking gal, but
Big Ten football.
bro, Big Ten football, baby. Right in the heart of Indiana. It was just cool to me. So that is my my number 2.
That's phenomenal. I only played there once, and it was a night game. And again, CJ Beathard went off. He jumped over an entire like 6 guys for a touchdown.
See, I never played in Indiana. Never played.
It was a fun. It was like for some reason they always would put up 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
It was always
You got a
shootout.
little bit of an offense.
Yeah.
How many
it
places
was-
did you not play?
I missed 2.
in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Well, like what stadium did you not play?
Because
in?
Michigan and Michigan State.
We were only
I
2
can't
years.
believe you didn't
We were
play
only
Michigan.
2
You
years
probably-
in the
that
Big
probably been your
Ten.
one.
We were 2 years in the Big Ten, so there were some games.
Oh,
like, we
that's
just
right.
never got
That
to
makes
go
sense.
full circle around.
All right. Okay. So yeah, Indiana's my number 2.
I respect.
Third round.
My number
Round
3. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
I like that pick.
It's
I
a
don't know if I
solid
like
pick.
that pick.
No, it was solid because one, we lost by 50 there one time. Like Max Williams had 3 touchdowns on us one time. It was unreal, like insane touchdowns. And then I've also been there where we like had to win huge games. We won like 12-6. We ran the ball like 55 times, and like it was sick.
Yeah.
Those are fun games for us.
Your old school football.
Yes, and then but every time we played Minnesota, it's a rivalry, and then it's also that's my favorite trophy. It's the Floyd of Rosedale, so it's just a giant bronze pig that weighs has to be over like 150, 200 pounds, and like you can't carry it by yourself. Like you're holding that with like 2 other guys, and it's just this big bronze pig. That was one of my favorite trophies, so I'm a huge fan of playing Minnesota.
Okay.
Fun fact about the Gophers: they play the most trophy games of any D1 school.
Do they really?
Yes.
Any idea how many?
No, I think it's like around 7 though.
It's got to be 6
There's
or
a
7.
crazy
I
amount.
think Iowa's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, because they play Wisconsin for 1, Michigan for 1, y'all for 1. There's a whole bunch for 1.
Probably
You
Michigan
gotta,
State.
you gotta love how those just gritty teams gotta just play for something every game.
They were.
Even
They,
if
I
you gotta
think
make it up.
they were my second offer I ever got. I remember going up there because my dad went to University of Minnesota.
Oh, cool.
And that was like one of their selling points to me is they showed me an empty trophy case to be like, we play for the most trophy games. I
That's
was like,
tough.
it is a tough look, man. It's a tough look.
The empty trophy cases are not good.
I also love how Minnesota like buys into their culture about how cold it is there, and they refuse to have a dome. It's like an open stadium.
Yeah, I mean,
And
they
it's just like
used
you're
to have
going-
the dome, but
Yes.
they got rid of it. That was like 2004. They got rid
Yeah,
of
a
that
while
thing.
ago, and now they have it all open. I think it's really cool. I'm a big fan of it.
Dude, fun fact too. What was that? It was like after my redshirt junior year or something. It was when Minnesota Vikings, they didn't have their new stadium yet, so they were playing at the Golden Gopher Stadium. And I went when it was Minnesota versus Seattle wild card round. It was like negative something degrees,
So awesome.
and Minnesota ended up missing a field goal. Yeah, that one. I was at that game. So cold, and from where we were sitting, like the whole half of the stadium on our side thought the kick went in, so everyone was celebrating because you couldn't see it. Like the sun was like in your eyes, you couldn't see anything. And then you saw Seattle celebrate, and everyone's like, "Wait, what happened?" But it was just like I was sitting there like 8 layers deep with my dad. It was a great time.
God, that's
Bro,
awesome.
when we played at Minnesota, I think it was my junior year, Jared Allen attended the game, and he
Ooh.
was like, he was still in the league. So
Yeah.
it was just so sick seeing Jared Allen just be there.
That is
And
cool.
what a stud, too. Like, he's such a good dude.
Yeah.
'Cause you guys, you do the
I've hung out with him a couple times curling.
curling. I was going to say, the tight ends
What
over
you
there.
do?
Yeah, I was
What
doing
are
that.
you
Yeah, what's
doing?
that called?
Feeding
Help
the
me out,
geese.
help me out, help me out, help me out. Curling. Yeah.
That's one of these.
Yeah.
I'll snipe, give me Kinnick Stadium.
Please do.
Give me Kinnick Stadium.
That's
playing,
Iowa?
Yeah, playing at Iowa. The fans are right up on top of you, which I think
So
makes
close.
it a lot of fun because Iowa talks a lot of shit.
They do. That
yeah.
side of the stadium talks a lot of shit. This side, our side is like, good job, guys. You're doing great
Yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Other side, angry.
Yeah,
It's
they're
great.
right on you. So I think that's what gives them the nod. And then the one time we played at Iowa, it was the coldest game I've been.
Was
a
that
part of.
2012?
Yeah, I was like,
That was your-
we only won like 13-6 or
Yeah.
13-7.
I was redshirting that year. So I was on the sideline, and then we weren't allowed, if you were a tight end, offensive lineman,
Right.
you weren't allowed to wear sleeves.
We were doing all that stuff too. So dudes are just, with the whale fat, you're just putting all
The
over your
whale
arms and
fat.
shit.
You mean the Vaseline?
yeah.
The Vaseline.
Yeah.
We didn't
Don't
have,
call it whale fat.
the redshirt guys weren't allowed to have the coats either because we didn't have enough apparently for the whole team.
No.
And so I'm literally standing there, no sleeves, just like this for 3 hours. Just,
God.
it was
The
such a
minute you
grind.
get out of the cold when you're in that state and how it almost hurts to be warm for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you can't even take a shower because it burns your skin.
Or after games in November when you take your shoulder pads off and it's just your belly's all pink
Oh.
and the rest of it's kind of just still pasty white from the
And they got do you guys still got the pink locker room?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
baby.
that is
They got the pink locker room for the
which is a hilarious
factor.
and they do cotton candy fragrance. Who is coming through the door?
FedEx is dropping like hella packages.
All right, tell them to be a little easier on that thing.
Yeah.
So who were your 3? You went
I
Nebraska?
went Nebraska, Minnesota. No, sorry, Nebraska, Northwestern, Minnesota.
And what were yours?
Wisconsin, Ohio State, Iowa.
Oh no, you can pick Michigan because no
No,
one
I
else did.
I know Michigan's going undrafted.
Well, I never played
but
there. I can't- I
I'm not
can't
allowed
draft
to. I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
take them, which it's understandable. Like the
Oh,
It's the number.
Purdue-
It's the number that Michigan has.
go for Purdue.
Purdue is my least favorite stadium ever.
I know. I got hurt there, so it's not my favorite.
And
either.
the dude just falling their
But
grass
you played there, right? When
paint
they
the-
had Ryan Kerrigan and
Oh yeah, that was my redshirt freshman year.
so that was a tough.
That was your
probably
first
a
year
tough
starting?
game, probably.
My first year starting, I played against Cameron Hayward, Ryan Kerrigan, Whitney Merciless. The only game I missed was against Wisconsin, who was J.J. Watt,
Sick.
and Adrian Claiborne from
Welcome
Iowa.
to the Big Ten.
Adrian-
Dog, I remember being like, "Oh
Claiborne
my
was
god!"
a monster too,
with his
bro.
little arm
Yeah.
coming in with that chop, dude. He just had his head was this fucking big.
He's a monster.
Yeah, but I don't know who else I can take. I guess
Champagne.
no, Champagne's garbage.
I think Purdue's more fun than Illinois.
He
No, I'm
took
not gonna
Michigan
take
State.
He can't take Michigan State.
No.
He doesn't like them enough.
Oh wait, no, Michigan
And I
State
have
did not
horrible
get picked.
memories
My
being
fault.
Michigan State. Horrible. I'm gonna take Illinois.
I love it.
I'm gonna take Illinois. It does have a unique scent to it when you're driving in the buses. It's not loud. It's not big. But for whatever reason, they always had like a first round draft pick.
Yeah, they always
Every year for like 7 years.
Yeah,
They would just be like a below average team that has
Williams.
crazy talent.
we
Who's
played
that
there.
pass rusher.
Whitney Merciless.
Whitney Merciless.
We played
yeah,
there.
Also my redshirt freshman year.
Rashard Mendenhall was a beast.
There's their DB that went to Seattle last year, rookie. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not Witherspoon.
Yeah, I think it might be. There's multiple Witherspoons in the NFL, I'm pretty sure, but I think that's him.
Sean Witherspoon.
Yeah, he's with
Sean
Seattle.
Witherspoon,
He's a good player.
I thought was he was a Mizzou linebacker.
It's a Witherspoon though. I know that.
Okay.
But we played there once, and it was like a windstorm. I guess some wind advisory, and like literally, you would stand at midfield, and if you spit in one direction, the spit's going that way. If you spit facing that way, the spit's going that way. Like it was a tornado because like there's 4 openings in the stadium, and it would just twirl it.
A tornado.
So we ran the ball 40 times and threw the ball like 3 times.
As an offensive lineman, that's like this is gonna be the best day ever.
Oh yeah, you couldn't.
No stress about pass protection.
Dude, there were negative yardage punts, and like we had I think we had 2 punt return touchdowns that game because they just like rugbyed them straight down, and like they didn't get out at all in protection, and so like our guys just got like a 30-yard head start running back at them.
That is wild.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
It was a good draft.
I didn't like the fact that I had to put Illinois in mine.
I know, but the fact that
What's
I didn't
crazy
love
is I
my
could have
draft.
used Rose Bowl because we played at UCLA my senior year.
ooh,
Would have been fun, but I like Iowa. I think playing at Iowa.
I appreciate that.
How
Even-
was Rose Bowl?
It was cool. It was all right. It's people don't. It's not like it's UCLA, so not a lot of people were showing up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you just think it's dope because you're playing at a
the
historic.
granddaddy?
Yeah, you're playing at a
granddaddy of them
historic.
all.
Yeah,
We
stadium.
only
What time
lost
was the
by
game?
40
Was
there.
it at noon?
Yeah, it was an early game. It was an
Nobody
early
picked the big house.
No one picked the big house.
Northwestern got
But
big.
George didn't play there.
I didn't
and
play there, so like
Will
I
has
didn't
a
want to.
vendetta against Michigan.
Game.
So
yeah,
I,
but
feel,
hang
I feel
on.
very good. When
I feel like I
Michigan
would
State
have
is not
picked
being
it had
drafted.
I played there.
If I look at this my choices that I picked, I just think that it's tough. They would have been my next pick.
Well, and also Will never did well at Michigan.
Oh.
I didn't do well at Ohio State and Wisconsin either.
Yeah, but you know.
But we know this though,
And I
bro.
know you have a thing against Michigan because we're
Time
national
out.
champs.
Yeah, that's a thing, but that's
Fair.
did not play into this whatsoever.
I don't
All
know.
right.
We all
It
know
might have.
we all know unbiasedly like the Big House isn't like the most riot style stadium.
No, you're right.
You
And
know what I mean?
that's exactly what it is. What they need to do is take those suites, wrap them all the way around.
It'd probably be different if when we played, because my senior year we were at Nebraska, but if we were a night game at Michigan that was like 4-something, because we got our ass beat by you guys, and it was an early game, it was cloudy, and again it's not like the loudest stadium to begin with. But if it was like a night game, I'm sure I would have snapped it.
I want to give an honorable mention to a non-Big Ten team,
Ooh, yeah, go. I love
Notre
it.
Dame,
Never played there. Has to be
Really?
fun. Yeah, I mean
because that was one of the big,
Especially
that
as a
was big
Michigan
three
cat,
rival.
too.
It was
Yeah.
always like the second game of the year,
that's sick.
and it was like, why aren't these guys a part of the Big Ten?
Yeah,
And it was always just a good, hard-fought battle.
And
Yeah.
you had you had an iconic game with
That was
against
at
Notre Dame.
Michigan. The night game was at
is that with
Michigan.
the crazy jerseys?
Yeah,
That
was-
one?
and they had the referees with the little hats on, the little newspaper boy hats.
Yeah,
Manti Te'o.
Manti Te'o,
Dog.
bro.
And I actually rewatched that game because the Big Ten did like a legendary games thing, and then we did like hey, we're gonna interview on this. So I rewatched the game. We played so bad, like we were so terrible. We just like fell into luck. Like it was a turnover.
The ball just kept bouncing
both
your way.
teams kept turning the ball over the first half. Just really the second half was the only good part of the game.
I feel like the only replay they show of Nebraska game is the Big Ten championship where we just get absolutely stomped.
by Wisconsin.
Yeah, just
Bro, I just
That
watched,
is
I just
so
watched that
wild.
Kenny Bell hit
That's the only
block
positive
back.
that came out of that.
That hit,
Someone didn't
that
know-
hit is
some-
maybe top 5 hits of all time.
Yeah.
It's
But no,
insane.
I was with Debo, and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Should I show him the clip? He's like, oh, yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
You
Folded
can't
him like a lawn chair.
Look,
murder.
I don't know. Will and
That's
I.
it?
Oh
Here,
yeah,
watch
no,
it.
Look
tens.
at this.
Oh no.
Think?
Oh. That would
No,
hurt.
that's top 5 nastiest hits of all time.
That would-
has to be.
That would hurt so bad.
And meeting Kenny in Nebraska, him being such a good dude,
He is.
just
Yeah.
a violent. Look at his arm
And he even knew
flailing
it.
out.
He
Oh.
knew when he just killed that man.
We were talking the other day. Was that Borland, by the way? 44?
Yeah, Borland. Yeah.
He
Borland
was
was
a-
a fucking monster.
Well,
He just saw his guy get
Yeah.
murdered.
we were talking last week about how this comes up all the time. This game, like 4 or 5 times a year,
Yeah, it does.
this resurfaces and just murders Will's morale.
Who was their running back? Was that Ball?
So who wasn't
It
a
was,
running
Oh yeah,
back?
they had like a.
yeah.
they had-
Monty Ball, James White, and Melvin Gordon all ran for like 200 yards.
oh my god, they did.
Shut up.
Oh my
God, that is crazy.
Oh dude, I
Oh
forgot.
my God, they did.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's,
That's quite the slow mo, dude.
No, we-
you got the yards on your shoes.
Damn, 550.
Hey, that was.
That's tough. That was
I hope
a
the
hell of
mic
a
caught
chirp.
that.
That was good.
JP
I
just
enjoyed
said
that.
the amount of yards is on my shoe.
Oh
the
shoot,
Iowa. I always
Hey,
enjoyed
that was
Iowa
good.
quite a bit.
it's a great stadium.
It was just a bunch of white guys. Just everyone just kind of playing gap sound defense. We were in the red zone against Iowa one time, and I think it was a 13-second protection because everyone was just containing Denard. Denard just running around back there and ended up being a touchdown. I don't think we ever won though. They went 1-3 against.
Was
Iowa.
that the night game?
It was a night game.
Yeah, I was in standing room only.
Yeah.
I was up there. I didn't have
I
seats.
was in standing room.
Me and my
only.
dad watched it up there because like we did something where like the high schools would clean out the stadium, and so they gave some of the high school students extra tickets, and so I just stood up there in like the corner of the end zone for the entire game.
No shit.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome, man.
No, look at me going to your games before we were friends.
Look at that.
Look at that support. Did Will ever do that?
Mm-mm.
That's wild.
No.
Well, we're talking about support.
I probably saw you play too.
We talk about
We're
sport.
talking about support right now.
I probably saw you play too.
We've had a week. I don't
You've
know if
had
you-
a week.
I don't know if you caught the type of week we've had.
No, I talked to both of you on the phone like
Yeah.
a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Don't pretend that we didn't. That's
Well-
crazy. I called
Well,
you
just-
both.
Sorry, there's a lot of PTSD running through my head right now. I just heard George talk about Will. Did Will
here's
ever
the
support
reality.
you like that?
It was hell and back.
Yeah.
Right, Vegas, Nashville. Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Is Dave a good leader? Obviously, the answer is no. But he wants to say that he is. Like there's a whole bunch of back and forth on everything.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's still happening, and
I
it's
love
going
it.
to be awesome.
I had no doubts in you guys.
Are you coming to ref?
Yeah.
is it in Nashville?
Now,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
we
it's
were
in- it's in my backyard again.
when we were on FaceTime, you said, "Hey, if
There-
it's in
I said
Nashville, I can
there's a-
come ref."
I said there's a possibility you guys can convince me to come ref, and that's next Tuesday.
That's not what you said to me.
I probably
On
said
the
yes
phone
to
with
you.
Dave. You just
I
called
said
me.
possibility to him though.
He calls me.
I
and
gave
goes,
myself
"Hey, I
half a-
want you to know I already talked to Will, but I did try to call you first. I know you called me earlier. I just want, but I'm down to ref." It's like, all right, yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to. I'll find a referee jersey.
Then I pawned him off with my daughter for 5 minutes.
But George was calling in a supportive way to be like, "Hey, we have tight end you. You want to come let the guys
If
know.
you want to come recruit a little
Yeah,
bit, if
wanna
you
come
want anybody to
recruit
stay around,
for the beer games,
No
because
question.
we were in it, so we do appreciate the allyship.
I'm here to support
Yeah.
the boys.
Yeah.
It would be great to see you come and just be a champion, but now you're a referee.
And I'll bring the trophy because that thing has been proudly standing in my gym for the last year.
We got to get that thing plaqued too.
Oh, it says what does it say? 50th anniversary is what it says
Yeah.
on it.
Like 2 days before last year, I went to a random trophy shop on 8th Avenue and just picked one up.
So, do we take this opportunity? Like, are we getting a commit out of you for refereeing?
I don't think.
What day is that?
I'm so scared of being hurt again.
I know.
June 25th.
June 25th. It's on a Tuesday.
At least commit award ceremony.
If I can be there, I will 100% be there. I might have something that I'm doing that like from like 12 to 4 or something like that.
That's probably so. You won't
Okay.
be there. He won't
Yeah,
be there,
you won't.
and that's
I-
okay.
Doubt
That's
me.
okay.
And then when I show up, it's gonna be fun.
It's one thing that I've learned through this process is I'd much rather somebody say something like that than yes and just.
Well, I
fail.
can't. I need to look at my schedule, but
But
I know
when-
I have something on Tuesday. I just don't know what time it starts.
Let's doubt him because we know how the boys
Underdog.
get when you get
Yeah,
out when
he
you get
answers the
doubted.
bell.
When you
He's
doubt-
Because
a
at the end of the
yeah.
day, Dave pulling the rug out from the boys, it forced all this to happen and come about.
Crazy. But the fact that it's in your backyard is gonna be really fun.
Hold on. Why'd you say it like that?
Because you still gotta you still have to understand like what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you understand what happened, but I feel like even
Like
if
we
Dave-
both agree that the way it got handled, we disagree with.
Yeah,
Very much so. But it doesn't come back here unless the boys back get put against the wall like that.
I think we still could have came back here if he handled it differently.
For sure. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. As long as we're,
Like,
I want that out there because I know Dave's going to see that small little thing you said that essentially in his crazy brain will be like, Will Compton just said, if it wasn't for me, it would not be in Nashville.
It's fair.
But
Because
also,
you know how his brain works.
right. But even the
It's
positive spin for that is the quote I got to say on the Unnamed show doesn't happen unless all that other stuff happens.
That was a fantastic.
So another spin zone in my own brain.
Was that with
Right.
you guys had all the screens together?
Yeah.
That
What show
fun
was
to
that?
watch.
The Unnamed show.
I don't even know what that is.
It came about because of just like something happened in the Barstool universe. I forget the exact moment.
It's like
but,
the same as the old rundown.
it's similar. Like they talk about the big
Gotcha.
Barstool headlines, and you got the guys who are kind of the
Maine.
who love the chaos of it with Kirk Minahan, Dave Portnoy, and Ryan Whitney. They both do a really good job of like festering whatever fire is happening at the time. What do you got? Are you locking in right now?
3 pieces.
Dude, let's talk about
Gives your cheek a face.
receiver.
Oh yeah, what are you even talking about?
I want to hear how
Oh.
the process, how did they approach you about it? Because the receiver, you think receivers.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
the boy, George Kittle, gets called up.
Hi.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm here. I think they tried to do quarterback again, but they weren't getting a lot of like support from around the league. Like a lot of teams said that no, our quarterback's not going to do it. And so they pivoted to receivers, and I got a call like literally was it like 10 days before the first game of the season. They're like, "Hey, would you mind if we mic'd you up, put cameras around you, and followed you to your house after games? And like occasionally we're like in your home." I was like, "That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot." And like at first I was a hard no. I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going to do this. Like I have full faith in like the football gods, and like it just felt like it felt weird. And but I'd never watched quarterbacks. So I went and watched it, and that they did a fantastic job about showing enough, and it also gives you an inside look to the players, and like what about the publicity it gave like Kirk Cousins? Like people were like, he wasn't just like some guy. Like Kirk is a fantastic person, sense of humor, family guy. Like everyone fell in love with him, right? So I was like, all this is gonna do, it's like shows you an inside life, introduces people to your family. So I thought it was a cool thing, and it's like it's ran by Peyton in the NFL, so anything that you weren't a huge fan of, you don't have to put it in there, right?
Yeah.
And so I was a fan of that. My wife Claire convinced me to do it. She's like, this thing about like in 10 years you can go back and watch it, you can show your kids this stuff.
So sick.
And I was like, you know what? That's a fantastic selling point. And so we agreed to it, and it was really fun. Like I'm used to being mic'd up. Like I don't really have an issue with that. So like the in-game stuff was fine. They would like follow me in my car like on our drives home sometimes, which was different.
Would that be a little awkward at first, and you just kind of get used to it?
I got used to it after a while. And what was really fun too was they used NFL films on it. And so like most of the people that I was working with, I'd met them multiple times. Like the camera guys.
So there was some familiarity.
Yeah. And like
That's
they were
nice.
all incredibly polite. And like they were also only as invasive as you allowed them to be. So it's like, you guys aren't coming, I'm not going to see you for like 2 weeks besides game day. And it's like, then it'd be like, hey, we have a charity event, like for the, like a foundation event for the Niners. If you guys want to come to that, me and Debo will be there. You guys can come to that. And then like our studios handled all the in-practice stuff. So I'd be mic'd up every other Thursday for practice, which was kind of fun. Cause like those are conversations and things that go completely unnoticed.
Was it fun too and easier knowing that Debo was also doing it and you guys are on the same squad?
That was fun. That was a cool time. And like, I think because we've watched the whole thing now, I'm a fan of it. The way they intertwine me and Debo's story is really cool. And so there's a lot of 49ers footage in there. It's really fun. I don't really have any complaints about it. Like,
And they let you get to watch it all, and then if you have any corrections or anything you want to take out, is that something you would let them know?
yeah, I mean, like whether it was like, hey, my wife doesn't like how like this angle. If this like there's a certain play that I thought you guys should use a different angle so you can like actually see my run blocking skills here. Because
Ooh, let's go.
like
Yeah.
the close-ups on something else, it's like just use like a different film so you can actually see the play like the way that it's supposed to be shown. Like just stuff like that, like creative ideas. And they were great. They worked with us on like almost everything, which was pretty fun.
Did you ever hit like a point in like the middle of the season where you're like, God, there's 8 more weeks of this?
No, not really. Like I
Really?
said, it was as invasive as you allowed it to be. And so like we went through like 4 weeks, so they didn't come to my house once.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, whatever you have on the table for us, like just let us know what we have an opportunity to come see.
Got you.
So it was like one of those. Like the only thing that was weird to me was like we had a Thursday night game, and then we went off to like the coast to stay at like a nice hotel like for 2 days. And like having them be there as like me and my wife were just hanging out trying to decompress, like that was weird. Like they were only there for like an hour, but still like
There's like a psychological thing of like,
It's just
am I
like, all
working
right.
now?
Yeah, you
Am
feel
I
like
Yeah,
you kind
separating?
of have to be on a little bit.
the
when you'd
switch is
rather just
on, like,
chill.
and I just want to kick my feet up and like not think about anything at that
Yeah,
moment.
pop
But
it
like
and
I
Lucy.
said, they were very good about the whole thing, and like they were very efficient with their time. And when you work with the same camera guys every day, like you build a good relationship with them, and they were all fantastic.
How did it pivot? Did you have your feelings change at all when the playoffs hit and everything just means more?
Well, like they didn't come to my house once during the playoffs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I think they followed me home one like after maybe the Green Bay game, but like I didn't even see him again.
Mhm.
So it was very low key during the playoffs.
How does it get handled like when injuries come involved?
Well,
Because Debo was injured in the middle of the year at one point. Yeah, like how does that work? Like say you get injured.
so like you just are not mic'd in practice, and they just mic'd you up on the sideline for the game,
And then you kind of game plan like, hey,
they just
I'll
like
allow you to see this or allow you to do this.
well, it's like they can't come into the training room. They're not in the facilities.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know if Debo even let him come to his house when he was injured.
Mhm.
It's like it's just
Right.
as much as you give them, and like it's different because like Justin Jefferson missed like a handful of games with his back and stuff. So like a big part of his thing is just rehab and stuff. So I haven't watched his part yet. So but my wife did and said it's like very interesting, like just behind the scenes, like seeing somebody rehab from something.
Mhm.
I
think that's the most fascinating stuff.
It
'Cause
would be.
you know how all the boys are like when you're injured, like the ebbs and flows of your own stuff mentally and just kind of being around
it'll
the
be interesting.
facility is like always cool to kind of see the behind the scenes on that.
It will be cool. But like the only like my only complaint with the entire thing was that you have 5 guys between 17 and 20 games and 8 episodes.
Do you think it should be more?
It needs to be 12 episodes minimum. I just like that's what me and Debo talked about, and we are just like it's missing some like the rawness of
Mhm.
it. Like for example, every Thursday throughout the entire season, like we're mic'd up on Thursdays and we go every other week. But every Thursday, me, Charlie Warner, Ross Dwelly, and my tight ends coach Brian Fleury would start a thing called Positivity Thursdays, and like we'd sit and it was during like a defensive period, right? So we'd have like 10 minutes we're not doing anything, and we'd sit there and we'd say something positive about the person standing next to us, and we would rotate, talk about different people every single week, but just something that like they did that we thought was like really cool, just like a positive reinforcement thing, because the
Yeah.
football season's really damn long,
Yeah.
and like I think like 2 of the 3 of us were dealing with injuries, and it's just like sometimes you're just in your head, you know. So just hearing something like that when your guys are supporting you,
100%.
and I was a huge fan of that, but it didn't make the show because they just like we don't have enough space for it,
Mhm.
and I was like, I think that's BS.
Yeah.
Like just add a little
Yeah.
like because like I mean there's a ton of footage, but just like I feel like it could be a little bit more personable if you had a couple more episodes. But besides that, the show's fantastic.
It's like, hey, if you have the content, instead of squeezing it, we don't have the footage. It's like, hey, since the content's good enough, like let's just make a little
It's
bit more.
great
Expand
content.
it and let it go.
Because watching quarterback, they do such a fucking awesome job.
'Cause there's
and
3
I'm
guys.
so stoked about
Mhm.
the lineup with you guys.
Oh, it's
Because
great.
you got guys who like, number one, Justin was, he got injured. He's also in a contract year. You got Debo. You got the energy of your guys' team.
Yep.
Loving football the way you guys love football, going in and out of injuries there, and then having the Super Bowl run. Like, I think it's going to be so awesome.
It's really fun.
So it's you, Debo,
JJ,
JJ,
Devontae Adams,
Devontae
and
Adams.
Amon
Yeah.
Ross St. Brown.
Amon Ra. Yeah, because I feel like when I
All
was
great
watching the
guys and
trailer,
great teams.
the trailer goes so hard. It gets you
Chills.
juiced up. Yes,
Juiced.
absolutely. But when I thought it was literally like you, Debo, and JJ, and then like halfway through the trailer, they also introduced Devontae and
Yeah.
then
You're like, whoa, Devontae
Amar?
Adams?
is it
Yeah.
Amari?
Amon Ra.
Amon Ra, excuse me. Fantasy team too. He was actually a stud for me this year.
Yeah, he had a great year.
And it's awesome that dude, imagine the amount of risk that Omaha and Netflix takes on when you're filming guys that are playing a 100% injury rate risk sport.
Crazy.
Dude's just like, what if all y'all just got taken by the Grim Reaper?
Yeah, that or like
I mean,
Like,
the filming's
what-
over.
what if-
Filming's over. It's done.
what if nobody made the playoffs?
Yeah.
That too, yeah. Because you got Detroit, you got
You got-
you guys, you got.
I think. That
I
was
mean,
it.
Minnesota had a very interesting year when Kirk goes down
Mm-hmm.
and all that. Who else? Devontae. The Raiders make a run as
the end.
who's the head coach? Who's that?
AP.
Antonio
Pierce.
AP gets the job. So yeah, a lot of good storylines that
I
they got to
know.
follow.
God, it's cool.
It's gonna be sick.
You guys are. Yeah, it's really fun.
So you've seen every episode all the way through?
When's it come out? July 10th?
Yes, we have a premiere July 9th in LA.
Oh,
Nothing
yeah?
like a good flight to LA from Nashville on a Tuesday.
No doubt.
God,
No doubt.
just the middle of my work week.
Just the
Who
middle
would
of
make
my
people
work week.
fly to the West Coast in the middle of the week like that?
Brutal. I don't know.
It's
Insane
bad ball.
people.
That's bad ball.
Yeah.
Inf- insane
You gotta think
people.
farther down the road.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
be
It's
doing that.
crazy. You can't be doing that on a Tuesday
Yeah.
in the middle of a work
That
season.
is
In the middle of a hot summer too.
Like
I mean-
going. I mean, like,
It's bad ball.
jeez. Some would say, not me.
Yeah.
Some would say,
Not us.
A lot of people would look at
yeah.
that and say that's a bad deal, but not us.
Yeah. Not this podcast.
So fun. The receivers thing though. One thing that was fun I did get to do. I got to go to. It's called Netflix Upfronts, and it's like they show off all the shows that are coming to Netflix, like to all these giant marketing places.
Yeah.
And so like, and I got to do the receivers thing, so I got to go on stage in front of like, I don't know, 7,500 people, and like just kind of present for a minute. But backstage I got to meet Kate Hudson, which is Fool's Gold is like my favorite romantic comedy.
Dude,
So
that
like
is
that,
the number one rom-com.
yeah. So like I love Matthew McConaughey. Kate Hudson's phenomenal. So like that was a dream. And then Jamie Foxx walked in, and I got to meet Jamie Foxx, which
That's
was
sick.
I was just, hey man, Gold Digger's one of my favorite songs of all time. So say that. Nothing to do with my wife. It's just a jam. Really appreciate it. Like
Out of all the things you've done, I love Gold Diggers.
that song is so good.
How
so
did he
good.
receive that information?
He just laughed at me. It was
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
He laughed at me. It was fantastic. And then my wife met the creator of, I don't know what her name is, but the creator of Scandal, Grey's Anatomy, and Bridgerton. She was there as well.
Just big timers.
Yeah, and like Claire's favorite show is Scandal. Yeah, Shonda Rhimes. And she was super nice, and Claire was like starstruck. It was actually funny. She was
Yeah.
like, it's my favorite show of all time.
Should
know
I
what to
say
do.
something? Should I say something?
Yeah, so we got
And you're like, go over there. Or I'm gonna do it.
Cameron Diaz was there, but I didn't get to meet her. I know, she was in and out pretty quick. But
You saw from across the room, though.
I got to watch her and Jamie Foxx presented because they have like some spy or some TV show movie coming out.
Mhm.
Looks good. We got to watch the trailer. Looks fun.
Good to hear about Jamie Foxx making a comeback.
Yeah, he looked great.
That's
He
awesome.
looked. He was wearing a nice suit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tall guy, short guy.
Not short.
Not
That's-
short. That's
yeah,
all. That's all. I
not
need to
short.
hear. Yeah.
Yeah, not short. He's I mean, I'm gonna guess 6 feet tall at least.
Oh, that's a win.
I wonder if they're still doing that.
Right.
Remember when he had the idea of the Mike Tyson movie? He
Yeah.
talked about the way
5'10".
they could start
6
off
foot.
and come in. Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, when he
He's
sits
doing
there
all
and
these-
explains that on
yeah,
that podcast,
kind of reenacting Mike and
his
Customato
ability
hitting
to
the
like kind of
mitts.
paint the picture
Yeah,
for you. You're just imagining all the
nasty.
things. Have you seen that video?
No.
He's
He's gotta
basically
be,
talking
right?
about.
who's more
Uh,
talented than Jamie Foxx?
No one.
Yeah, he might be number one,
Nobody.
dude.
Yeah, I mean Justin Timberlake's.
Mm.
He's done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's not
Straight-
close to Jamie, but I'm talking like those types of guys who can do a lot of different things
And do a lot of things well.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. He's good at it all. Too.
Have you
Yeah.
heard him talking about like Django and the process of that?
I think like when he a while ago.
He was on like
Maybe.
Howard Stern talking about that, and he was like doing his lines all cool, and Tarantino was like, "Cut, come here for a second, come talk to me." And he's like, "You're a slave." He like basically talks Jamie Foxx into like how he needs to act.
Said he had too
And
much
then-
swagger.
Too much swag.
And he's like, you're a slave.
He's like, then he's like,
You
he's
don't
a
have
he's a
that.
slave. Then he's the hero, and like just the direction Quentin Tarantino was giving him, and then Leo having a hard time with the N word and all that
Whoa.
stuff. And Jamie's like, "Listen, like we are property to you." And the next day, Leo walks in, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, Leo? How you doing?" And just walks by, doesn't even acknowledge him. Just like the
Sick.
commitment from these cats.
Just
It's
the
insane, bro.
Yo.
That
It is
movie-
insane. I had like the hardest I've ever laughed in a movie was the first Hangover.
Yeah, first Hangover
Was-
I would say, watch that with all my high school buddies. I was
Mhm.
crying.
I don't know, man. Wedding Crashers.
That's
I don't know if I saw that in theaters.
You're not a real one.
When did that movie come out?
Thanks.
He said, "Thank-"
Yeah, thanks.
Anchorman too.
Ooh, Anchorman was fantastic.
Anchorman was
good.
fantastic.
I don't know, dude. Hangover 1 because it was just so unexpected.
Out of nowhere. You had
Everything.
no idea what to expect.
Yeah, it was just like when he jumped out of the back of the trunk for the first time and starts beating him with a crowbar. Like, where did that come from? Like, who thought of that
Yeah.
idea?
And it was kind of
Doesn't-
like, and it was kind of like too a different style of a comedy movie because you just got done with the wave of the Anchormans, the Will Ferrell stuff,
Mhm.
and everything else.
And a fantastic. I mean, like, oh, dude, there's so many good one-liners from
Yeah.
The Hangover too.
That movie's so good.
Oh,
It's one. Then they kind of killed it with the other two. I thought
the
2
second
and
one
3
wasn't horrible.
The third one was like, we're just doing the same thing again.
Yeah, the third one wasn't very.
I had a
fun.
hard time with that.
The second one was okay. Like similar plotline. The fact that they're doing where were they, like Taiwan or something like that?
Something.
That was funny. Yeah, the Mike Tyson tattoo was so aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
love it.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I've seen Hangover 1 a ton of times, but like
Mhm.
2 and I think I've only seen 3 like once.
Yeah, I think I saw both those in theaters and never really revisited. Just the first one though, I thought was so good.
You know what's really tough? I've realized is like watching The Hangover or like other movies that use the F-bomb a ton. watching that just on like cable TV where they don't swear.
Tough.
First
off, where are you watching cable TV at now? Do you have cable?
I think it's more like when I remember like watching it back in college and stuff
you.
like that. Or like if you're in a hotel room.
FX.
Yeah, you're in a hotel room, you swipe on it and you're just like, it's just not the same.
It's 20 minutes in. You're like, I'll finish this.
You know what else is really difficult?
What?
Finding quality tickets to games. With Game Time, you can find the best seats available, whether there's a Braves game going on where the cheapest ticket is $23. That's right. Thanks to Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports, you shouldn't have to worry when you buy tickets to your next big event, George. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They have, listen to this, George, flash deals for sudden discounts, zone deals for when you're feeling flexible, and their lowest price guarantee, which means, listen, that if you can find the same seats for less anywhere else, they will credit you 110% of the difference. They'll give you money
No way.
for finding a lower price. Game Time is the best place for last minute seats with up to 60% off of your favorite events. So what are you waiting for? Go buy those tickets to that Braves game for $23 right now.
Wow.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code BUSSIN. We got you $20 off for your first purchase. Terms apply. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed.
What a segue.
You like that?
Are you a professional or something?
No. We have a long way to go.
Oh,
We're not very good at this.
that seemed pretty good though.
Yeah.
Every day's a process, man. How many episodes are we in now? 278? 279?
Something like that.
This is 280?
I think it's 281.
Still feel like we're
Dude,
not getting there.
281 episodes of Bussin' with the Boys.
What's the average length on those? Any idea?
I'd say probably around hour 40.
Yeah.
Hour 45.
Good for you guys.
Look at that clock right there going, God, we got another hour of this thing.
I'm excited to hang out with you guys for
I don't
another
know,
hour.
man.
Staying sturdy.
Yeah, I'm doing all
Staying
right.
sturdy. You excited for Tight End U this year?
I'm very excited. For
What's
Tight
going to
End.
be a wrinkle? What's going to be another new wrinkle? Because I feel like I enjoy going every year.
Yep.
And every year it seems to get better, whether it's it's the stuff around the on-field activities as well. Like I think you do a really good job of keeping guys wanting to come back. So they, you know, when you do it year after year, it's like, all right, we're going to go and do some drills and everything else. I think you guys and your team does a fantastic job of putting them in nice hotels downtown. You guys kind of building activities around it. What's a new wrinkle this year?
Ooh, let's see. 2 wrinkles that we have this year. I'll start with this. Let's see. The first day on the field stuff, we end it with Bridgestone is bringing an entire team of girl flag football players, and so we're gonna play flag football, like with a bunch of somewhere between like 10 and 14-year-olds, which I think that'll be pretty
You're
fun.
playing flag football?
Like we could be like all-time quarterbacks and like throw it to them and stuff and ref, and so I think that'll be pretty fun.
Can we play?
Yeah, probably if you guys want to show up for
Just
it.
asking.
You want to play linebacker?
I'll play. I'll cover the middle.
Oh, I love that.
I'll drop Tampa too.
Fantastic. Tampa 2 every play. But besides that, the other cool thing I think we did, Bud Light rented out, or was helping us throw, we rented out the Brooklyn Bowl downtown, which is a concert hall. And we have a full concert on Tuesday night. There's general admission tickets, like up to 750 people can go. And then, so there's 2 floors. Downstairs will be general admission. Upstairs will be like tight ends and friends. And we have John Purdy, Nate Smith, Chase Rice, Jelly Roll. And then let's see.
Are they all confirmed? Or are they going to back out?
I hope they don't. They're confirmed.
I just want to.
Jelly called me like 2 days ago to confirm it too. So I was hyped about that. We got Waylon Stone, who I played with one of them at Iowa, and then Tyler Rich. So we have a good lineup for it. It's from like 8 to 11.
So if you're listening right now tonight, because this is a Tuesday as you're listening, general admission tickets, if they're not sold out already.
No, I think there's a handful left. So, if you want to go to it. And then the fun thing too is all the money, everyone is performing for free, and all the money gets to go back to charities. And so like how it always ends is we raise money through our awesome sponsors, whoever it is, Bud Light, Charmin, Levi's, Gatorade, Bridgestone. And then we like pay for everything. And then whatever's left over, we split between me, Travis, and Greg, and we donate it to our charities of choice.
That is awesome.
So it's pretty cool. So like I always like get to send a check to the Iowa Children's Hospital. Greg has his own foundation, then Travis has his own foundation. So that's always pretty special.
That's awesome.
So we're excited about that. But the Brooklyn Bowl concert will be very cool. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, as far as the concert goes and putting on an event, who runs that stuff for you guys to get commits?
Like what do you mean? Who to get commits? Like the
like
artists?
get people to agree to do something and then stay doing it.
That was mostly me.
That was you?
Yeah, I am cold calling people and asking them, sending them messages.
Interesting.
Yep, I'm working my hardest on that. But my marketing team kind of sets up so like I get the like, hey, are you guys interested in this? Are you free? Yes. Okay, let's connect our 2 teams, and they'll figure out all the details. It's kind of how it goes. But yeah, no, my marketing team Rubicon, who represents a bunch of people across the league, they run the whole thing. This is their 4th year doing it. They do a fantastic job. Like,
Shout out Pete.
Shout out Pete Raskin. Shout out
Pete
Amanda. Those are the 2 that do a ton of work. Amanda Matos, she kind of runs the whole thing, and she's boots on the ground. She lands today to start setting up everything. She's fantastic, but they do such a good job. I feel like it's a first class thing. Like, I think we do a really good job.
1000%.
And then I think what the really cool thing is too is
even on field at the camp, like all the hydration, the food, everything is set up.
We try to do good. We have a Raising Cane's truck coming, so that's always fun. And then really, what was I going to say? Oh, my wife does a fantastic job. Like, we encourage everyone to bring their girlfriends, wives, fiancés. And then Claire has like events set up on Tuesday and Wednesday for the wives to go to, while like we're at doing the film session around the field. And so that's really cool. Like, they rented out like a rooftop bar. They're gonna have a huge event. Everything's sponsored. And then like they have these crazy gift packages for everybody too. For anywhere from like luggage to full clothing sets. Like, it's gonna be a fun year.
Gosh, Jesus.
Dude, hats off to you guys.
I appreciate it.
You really do. You do a really good job. Like, you and
Thank
your
you.
entire family is very intentional about how you guys move about everything.
Try to.
Like with the tornado stuff that happened and your dad being involved with that right away. Just donating. You
Trying.
guys are always looking at some of that big picture stuff, and I think you guys take care of people really well.
I appreciate
Shout out
that.
to you and your family.
Thank
you
you
guys
for that.
do. You're
No
surrounded
free
by
shout outs,
good people,
but
man. Well, free shout outs to the Kittles.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Free shout outs.
What do you think? What do you think I'm coaching this year on my tape? So like me, Travis, and Greg each get 30 minutes to show
You're usually
tape.
coaching blocking.
Yeah, you'll do an outside zone blocking scheme. Fit probably in a triple.
Pass pro this year.
Really?
You're coaching up pass pro?
I'm coaching up pass pro. I'm really excited about it. I got a great cut.
Is Gronk coming?
Dude, Gronk has to shoot a commercial. He was gonna come, and then they changed his commercial literally last week, and he had to cancel.
Listening to the Gronk do yards after catch last year was my favorite presentation.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Just not a whole, like, you just
do it.
Fucking do it.
Yeah, you just do it.
Drop, step, and go.
Yeah.
Just like get vertical.
Yeah, he's not gonna tackle. You see right there, he didn't tackle me. Then I just kept running. Like,
Yeah, you hear George talking about blocking, you hear Travis talking about route running and awareness and everything else, and Gronk gets on and he's just like, he basically just runs his highlight tape and he's like, it's just second effort.
he was fantastic.
It's like, right here, I just decided to jump.
Yeah, like see, I just broke. I used my momentum and trucked him, and I just kept running.
Yeah.
You did. That's fantastic.
Good job, Gronk. That's a really good
I will
job.
say, like, I was responsible. I told my video guys, I was like, just pull out like the 10 best Yak Gronk plays. They just made him a highlight video, and like 3 of the plays too were just
It's like how you expected to just coach through that. Like, I just trucked him right here.
Yeah. See, I used my right hand as a weapon, and I face planted him.
Yeah.
It was sick. No, but we're excited to you. Year 4, baby.
Year 4, man.
and it's gotten huge.
It grows every year, which is really fun.
Was that first year at Lipscomb?
Yeah, first year was at Lipscomb. Well, like the crazy thing, when we first did it, it was like an idea of like Greg Olson was retiring from Seattle, and I just hit him up like last game of the year we played them, and I was like, hey, would you want to like come down, because I trained with like 10 NFL guys here, or tight ends at least. I was like, will you come down, like just give us some tips? He goes, well, let's make an event out of it. And we got Travis involved, and then we started shooting out a couple invites, and we thought we were gonna have 20. The next thing we knew, we had 50. And so we were like, okay,
No
this is
shit.
going to be something. Let's roll with it. And then the next year we had like 80 or 90. I think this year will be around 70 to 80, somewhere there.
So you guys have retained a good.
Yeah. I mean, as long as if we're
squad.
getting over 50 guys, I'm pretty pumped
Yeah,
about it.
because again, you come one time, it could be something that you know how the boys are.
Hurting
You come to
NFL
event
players
once,
is cats.
Yeah,
No question.
It's
about it.
brutal, dude.
yeah.
But it
It's
is so
brutal.
great to get a bunch of dudes from different teams
It's so fun,
in a
man.
room, and it makes the NFL feel so much smaller from a community standpoint. It's awesome.
And you get those cool events that go on in the evening time, all the
Yep.
shuttles, everything.
Mm.
You get everything taken care of to where they don't have to think.
Yep.
And they get to have fun. That's when you keep them coming back.
You just text them a schedule, like, just be here at this time.
Yeah.
Okay. You just have to make it as like close to like a football schedule as you possibly can.
1000%.
Itineraries, the whole thing, fines, just in case.
Hey,
That's fair.
That'd be fun to implement a fine system.
That would be good.
Pot goes to charity.
Ooh.
Show up late. Thank God you're rich.
Yeah.
Put an envelope in their locker.
You guys have kind of set the standard too. I feel like you guys, the O-line, I feel like that O-line, was it Mastermind?
Oh,
Yeah,
and
O-line
that's-
Mastermind. They've been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah,
And
Lane
then
Johnson
Rush.
and those boys. It feels like those have gotten better. And then, I feel like now the pass rushers, their first year was maybe last year, and they're doing it again this year.
I think they've been doing it for a few years.
Vaughn's been doing it
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah,
Oh,
Vaughn's
okay.
been on that for
That's on
a
me
long time.
But I think because Max Crosby works with my marketing agency too. I think they're helping him put on the edge rusher or whatever. Sack Summit.
I hit up
It's
Fred.
fantastic.
I messaged Fred. I was like, yo, are you guys doing like a linebacker thing? He's like, no, we need to get on that. It's like, I was just kind of, seeing if we need to come out. You need me to teach some fundamentals.
That'd be fantastic.
Teach some
Vlog a little bit,
fundamentals.
Using your
We're gonna
hat
talk about
hands.
his highlight tape. We're gonna talk about effort right here, guys. That's all that matters.
The
Yeah.
only thing that matters.
Look at me go the wrong way, but there's a screen to the other side, and I chase him down 30 yards away, and I get the tackle. That's effort right there.
What
I did that once or twice.
Closed him in.
what quotes from George Kittle are going to come out of receiver? You guys, I hate to say failing, but coming up short of winning the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Because a while back,
That's
it
a
was,
tough
it was like
episode.
we'll be back here.
yeah,
Then you're back there, and you come up short again, which was
that we
brutal.
did. It
Yeah.
does suck. Losing Super Bowls is not fun.
Yeah. Is there one that hurts worse?
Wow. I'm not really sure. I mean, they both suck in their own way.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't say one hurts more than the other. I think just recency. Like,
Yeah.
it just sucks. Like it's not very fun, but you have, I mean, the only way to look at it is like, well, I woke up the next day and I get to play football again. Like, it is what it is. Like, got to climb back up the mountain, push the rock back up the mountain.
Yeah.
That's the most George comment of all time.
It's
It
like,
is.
what else am I going to do? Like, am I just going to be depressed? Like, yeah, I had my time of being super sad and stuff like that, but it's just like, all right, well, let's start working out again, hit it again. And hey, it's fun. I'm on a good team still. We have another opportunity. My quarterback's really good. Still have Nick Bosa and Fred on the other side. Like, we're going to be a good team again. So let's just continue to play well, stay as healthy as we can, and get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
How long is your process to allow yourself to be sad?
Well, man, it's like what's tough is like when you lose a Super Bowl, that's like mid-February,
Yeah.
right? And so, and I had to get,
But also, the year before, you lose like 8 quarterbacks, and that was the year you guys were on the revenge tour, and it was looking really good. Then you lose all of your quarterbacks.
again.
So then this year, you guys are all in. You're making the run. You have a little hiccup in the middle of the year, but you get back on track and you make it all the way back again.
Yeah, I know it's brutal, isn't it?
Oh.
You kind
It's-
of rub it
it's
in a
su-
little bit there.
Well, I
Will.
just want to paint.
You
I
know
just
what?
want to
Bro,
paint
think
the
about
picture
your
a little
last
bit
few
more.
years, right?
But it's
know, I
good
will-
to be on that side,
well,
like you're winning all these games.
For sure. Like the
Yeah.
Indians, like you can't, like it's hard to celebrate. You have 13 wins. It's hard to celebrate that when you come up short of like what your goal is. But like at the same time, the whole season of winning 13 games, like that process of showing up every single day
Mhm.
at 6 a.m. for rehab, it's a lot more fun when you're winning, which
Mhm.
like you guys understand that, like to do that and then like not make the playoffs and just lose. Like I did that my first 2 years and that stunk.
That's the worst.
Especially
like-
when you know it's coming. You're like,
Yeah,
fuck.
Like there's 4 weeks left in the season, you know you're out of the playoffs. Like
Yeah.
that's not very fun. And like showing up to work with a bunch of guys who are pretty defeated and like half the guys know that they're probably not going to be there the next year. Like that's not a fun locker room.
Horrible
very often.
feeling when you find yourself being like, oh, thank God it's almost over.
It's
As
like,
opposed
you
to
don't-
being
you-
excited about the
Which
next
is
game.
like that's tough. Like you don't want that. And like my rookie year, like we won our last 5 games. We were 1 game out of playoff contention. So like that was a fun ending because like we won 5 straight. But then the next year, like we were 4-12 and like we knew we were done like halfway through the season. Like we didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
So, but like, yeah, it sucks and losing's all horrible, especially like, yeah, NFC Championship game. And like, as a Niners fan, you believe like, I think we would have beaten Philly. Like if Brock Purdy stayed healthy, I think it would have been a great game. Like they're going to say, oh, we beat the hell out of you. We didn't have a quarterback. It is what it is. Like it would have been a good game at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But to go from that and
Especially
then,
Shanahan will let you throw the ball.
dude, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what's
At
actually,
least try to throw it.
this
No.
is actually funny. So,
just go back
in
and
the-
Yeah, just rip it,
Yeah.
dude.
so like I've had like my shoulder's been messed up since high school. And like, luckily I play tight end. So like, I don't have to ever throw a football or anything like that. Like I'm just blocking, like engaged. Like my shoulders don't bug me too often. But I hurt my shoulder in the Super Bowl and like AC sprain, chipped a bone. And now that it's like mostly healed, I can now throw a football again. It's like a kid that gets hit in the head and you wake up with a superpower. Like I can throw a football.
Like rookie of the year.
Yeah, it's
Rookie of
unreal.
the year.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but like I started throwing football and I started feeling better and like I can actually zip it. And I'm like, oh, that's what it feels like to throw a football. Like this
It's
is
like
a,
Shanahan's
like-
got a little tool.
like my labrum doesn't hurt anymore when I throw. I was like, what happened to where I can just like ying footballs now? So like that
no
was
shit.
a fun like
yeah.
I get hurt, but I can play catch now with my kid at some
Mhm.
point. Like I throw
With
a
your
baseball.
dad, with Bruce.
Like yeah, just go in the backyard
Yeah.
and play catch. So that was always fun for me.
You came out, you ended the season pretty banged up, yeah?
Oh, I was crushed. I was crushed. I had a tough go there for a little bit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What were the injuries? If hip is not stopping us.
I just don't want. I had several things. I don't know what I would get like the Niners in trouble for.
Got you.
I think
Understood.
we reported everything as it went, but like NFC Championship game, like third play of the game, someone stepped on my foot and I got rolled up on and I tore the MCL of my big toe. Like
Your big toe has an MCL?
exactly as two apparently.
Does it really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
only
it's
George.
like on the big part and then like also up in the joint.
What does that pain
It's like I
feel
tore
like?
the ACL in my pinky
Walking's
toe.
not a thing.
Oh, for real?
Like you're not doing anything.
Oh my
Like there's like it's just stiff. So like that was a tough one to have right there.
How long after the season did it take you to like, you wake up in the morning and start to feel like, okay, maybe I can play again?
Dude, like right after the Super Bowl, like I refractured a rib and had my shoulder, and then I had core surgery and my toe. So it's just like I was laying there like the day after the Super Bowl. I was like, all right, we're gonna have to deep breath. We're gonna figure this one out. Like it's gonna take some time, but like
Dude.
I'm laying there, it's like holy shit, like this is gonna be a tough bounce back. And it was tough, but like I'm feeling great now, which is fantastic. Like, you know, I've done all the recovery stuff. I'd say I'm almost back to 100%.
Yeah.
I got some weight to gain. I'm a little skinny right now. I got like to gain 10 pounds or so, but like besides that,
You look phenomenal.
I appreciate it. Like I feel
He
you
keeps it
should
tight. The boy keeps it tight.
Yeah.
you should. So after the Super Bowl, I lost almost 30 pounds
No
What?
shit.
because I couldn't lift any. I couldn't do any upper body because of my shoulder, my rib, and I couldn't do lower because of my core surgery, and then I got surgery. Right. So like I didn't lift from like the Super Bowl until like almost mid-March. Like I went a month without doing anything. Like I wasn't supposed to do anything.
How's
besides,
your
like,
brain?
walk.
How's your brain do during that? Are you just like, I need to go work out?
My anxiety levels were pretty high.
It probably hurts to even laugh too. You can't even laugh and enjoy yourself.
Sneezing, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sneezing was the
Feel
worst.
that tickle coming, you know the end is near.
You just know what it is. Like scar tissue pops every time you sneeze in like the first like 4 weeks.
God.
It's horrible. So that was fun. But like I had like a bunch of people I know, like the Kelsey bros got that same surgery. Tunyon got that surgery. My starting like Art Mooney got the same surgery like a week earlier. So like I knew a bunch of guys who had gone through it. Like I'm pretty sure like the Watt brothers did it. So like I called some people and like they were like, hey, you're gonna feel great. Like just the first month or so is just gonna suck, and after that you're gonna come back and you'll feel great. Like JJ said he had one of his best years of his career after the surgery. So that made me confident.
Yeah,
And what a nice guy to take time to talk to me about that too.
no question.
Wisconsin guys.
Wisconsin
Midwest.
boy, yeah. Salt
Midwest
of the
cats, dude. Good people.
Yeah, but overall, I'm pretty sure we reported all that. And if I get my Niners in trouble, I'm sorry. But I think we reported all of that.
There's a lot of stuff coming out. People breaking rules. Atlanta
There
just
are.
got the hammer thrown on them.
Crazy.
There was another team too.
Did they didn't Kirk accidentally throw him under the bus?
Yes.
Yeah,
In
it's
an
like
interview?
he like
conference.
said
He would
something in the
never do
press
that
conference.
intentionally.
Never.
Such a nice guy.
Never. Kirk's a lot like you, just unapologetically himself. Good dude. Tries to play by the rules and just caught himself in some friendly fire on accident.
Yeah. Keeps a clean haircut though.
Keeps and corner socks.
Yeah. I
Keeps
wonder
it
if he
tight.
goes to Sport Clips haircuts.
No,
question.
he's
Oh,
got-
I think he does.
yeah, and I think
Is this an ad?
Yep.
Yeah. Your hair may
Wow.
grow fast, but after going to Sport Clip haircuts, you'll wish you're grooving faster. That's because Sport
They got
Clips
me.
is the best seats in hair, and that may or may not be because they happen to be in front of TVs playing sports all day long. We know watching sports while getting your haircut sure beats watching a reflection while getting a haircut. Which is why at Sport Clips every day is clippers and curveballs, high tops and Hail Marys, and even waves and wickets if you're into that sort of thing. At Sport Clips, you can check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. So yeah, come watch an endless stream of sports on TV while getting an awesome haircut. Sport Clips. It's a game changer. New tattoo?
I got this a while ago. Like right before I left, like early May.
That thing is super fresh.
Yeah.
It is.
Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh. Fire.
JP's big into that.
Are you Yu-Gi-Oh over Pokemon?
No, but Yu-Gi-Oh and I have a special bond. Here.
How old are you?
30.
So
29.
you were right there in the middle of kind of the transition of Pokemon.
My
and
parents
Yu-Gi-Oh coming in hot.
my parents bribed me with Pokemon Blue on a Game Boy Color to get my tonsils out when I was a kid. So like,
That's
yeah.
an easy decision.
Oh,
Easy
I
decision.
said what?
Yeah.
I said yeah. So like, here's my Blue Tune. So I carried that in my wallet for like probably like 6 to 8 years. And then
mint.
the original Dragonite card that I've had this since I was like 6 years old. That's been
No
my,
shit.
that's been my wallet since I was in.
And I
high
love how
school.
you carry them in a wallet.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just got an old-fashioned wallet too.
It is a thick dude. My wallet. It's look how It's gross. I have a dad wallet. Like
That thing is thick.
it's a thick
That's
wallet.
a thick boy right there.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive, but it also, I have some fun cards in there. I got some fun stuff in there. Got some fun stuff.
2016 Pokemon Go. Were you into that at all?
Yeah, me and my buddies were, because that was my senior year. So like me and like 4 offensive linemen would just drive around campus and just try to catch Snorlaxes, like just randomly.
No shit.
Oh yeah, dude, we got pretty big into it, and it's fun too. It made a comeback actually. One of the people I get treatment from, she's an acupuncturist, and her assistant that comes with her, like her niece, she's like late 40s, 50s, and she plays Pokemon Go religiously because her niece plays it, and she's like a level like 50, like she's like super high up there.
Yeah,
'Cause
she's a Pokemon master.
Yeah, I stopped playing for like 4 years, and then I play it like once a week with her. It's comedy. I got some good Pokemon in there. I got a Mewtwo, Rayquaza.
I went through a
You
little
got a
phase
Mewtwo.
too.
You're right. You're sitting well if you have a Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Solid Pokemon. You know who a Rayquaza is?
A what?
Rayquaza,
No.
same thing. It's a
Nah,
UA.
after
I'm the original.
After
I'm
the
the
original
OG
150. After that goes, I get out.
I went up to like, what was that? It was like, was it like White and Black came out in like 2000 and probably like 2011, 2012, and like that was my last go round. Really,
Yeah.
I've played like I give them all a shot though. Everyone that comes out, I get on my DS and I play it.
You need to get back on watching the show.
Oh,
It'll tear you up.
Oh, it's fantastic. I
Yes.
rewatched 2 years ago. I rewatched Pokemon. Like I rotate between Pokemon, and then this past training camp, I just watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
Didn't they retire Ash?
He won finally. Like he won his
That's
first.
that's a crazy spoiler.
Well,
I think it's been out.
That's been
Pretty
out for like- that's been
yeah.
out for like
Ash
6
has been
months.
retired,
I didn't
right?
know that.
I don't know if he's retired. Yeah, all I know is he won finally, and Pikachu got him the dub versus a Charizard too, which was pretty sick.
That is wild.
Full circle moment. Yeah, we got to get Ash, catch him on the bus. Man.
That would be wild.
If you were Pokemon, what would you be?
Dragonite.
Okay.
You're an OG, one of the strongest. You can fly. You're a big dude, and like he looks like he's having a good time all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that dude, man. Dude's just chilling. But he also knows Hyper Beam, Ice Beam. Dragons can learn all the crazy moves too. I was like a dragon addict. Like I think that was like the easiest Pokemon to fall in love with the dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd probably be like I'd be like Zapdos.
Zapdos?
Yeah.
You talking about a legendary electric Pokemon?
Yeah. I'd be a Zapdos.
You'd be an Electabuzz.
I wouldn't mind like a Blastoise.
Pull up the original 150.
I was a
real
big
quick,
Squirtle
Jackie.
fan.
You're not a Zapdos. You're more
JP,
an
you'd be an
Electabuzz.
Eevee.
He'd be a what's her name?
Eevee.
Yo, I'm complimenting you. Take it easy. I wasn't taking a shot there.
Ooh, dude, I want to be
Hey,
like
scroll down a little bit.
I would want to be Alakazam.
Oh, go to like. Keep
I
going.
like-
What's her
yeah.
name? Oh, one.
Your
down
brain
one.
can't work like an Alakazam.
No
brain,
question.
bro.
No, what's the right there to your left? Left and down. Down. Right. Who was her name again? No, these are fake names.
Yeah, those are fake names. Come on, Mitch.
I can't remember what her name is. Jinx.
Jinx.
Taylor would be a Jinx.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You shouldn't feel good about it. See Electabuzz, the black and yellow guy right in the middle?
be the one of the mimes.
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Brown would be sick.
Mitch would be Golem.
Dude, Gollum's sick.
He'd be
Dude,
a,
Rhydon?
He'd be a rock Pokemon.
Rhydon was fire too.
Dumb.
Ron goes hard.
Take
I
it
always had
easy.
an infatuation with the psychic Pokemon.
Gengar's that's like a top tier favorite too. Like that's what most people say.
Gengar.
But like, do you,
Just do all the imitations.
Dude, I liked
Squirtle.
Haunter better than Gengar.
so sick.
Yes.
It was,
Gengar was the guy you had to trade too.
him and Machoke.
There you
was
go.
a
And
big champ.
Mitch, you see you
Kadabra.
at the top.
Kadabra
Yeah,
Alakazam.
Alakazam.
If you got a strong Kadabra though, you didn't really have to do it. But
No.
do you remember getting Hitmonchamp and Hitmonlee from that fighting gym?
Yep.
That shit was
And
so
then you
cool.
had to choose which one you
Oh,
wanted.
it was such a stressful thing.
Yeah.
My sister used to play it with me when we were kids, and we would each get. She'd always take Hitmonchan, I'd take Hitmonlee, and then we'd trade them and then trade them back so we could fill up our Pokédex.
Remember when you found out about the rare candy at the bottom of the island?
And then you
You
sailed in,
just
you
go
got
back
infinite.
and forth. Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Good times.
I just
man.
remember back like when I was a kid, like
It
Game
does.
does
It
change.
really
dude, my
does.
like my cousins got what was it, the Game Shark, so they could catch a Mew, so they could complete their Pokédex, and then they passed it on to me, so I could complete my 151. That was a grind. Like you actually had to buy a cheat code to catch a Pokemon, which made no sense. You had to cheat to play the game,
Yeah.
otherwise you couldn't get it.
Dude, when that first movie came out and Pikachu is just down on the ground against Mewtwo,
Oh, and you cry.
you legitimately
Dude,
cried.
I
My
just get
daughter
turned to stone.
rewatched it, and as I'm watching with her, I'm getting choked up watching the show.
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
It's like
Such
you-
a
you
great
cry
movie.
And when
Mufa-
in the beginning when Charmander, his
Yeah.
little flames going out because his buddy abandoned him, his trainer abandoned him.
It's like
It's
the,
a heartbreak.
the
What a horrible-
Pokemon movie
Dude,
and Lion King are
hey-
two I remember like crying in the
Yeah.
theater.
Talk about the guy who left a Charmander because he didn't like him. Like, what a bonehead mistake.
Oh my god.
What an idiot. Like that might be
Yeah.
like top
Yeah,
5
yeah.
all-time fumble.
Might be.
Giving up a
Might be.
Charmander.
Dude, that's the Charizard right there.
Yeah.
Who was when you had to pick in the original red or blue?
Yeah.
Who was the first Pokemon you're taking?
So when I was a kid, I played Squirtle all the time because I thought Blastoise with 2 cannons on him was sick. And then like give it like 3 or 4 years, and I was like, wait, Charmander turns into a giant dragon.
Yeah.
Taking that guy.
Yeah, I feel like
Bulbasaur
not
win.
Venusaur. Yeah, Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur went
I
on.
feel like he always got the,
Well,
he's
he
kind
was-
of the third option. in
That's
that.
what-
He ended up being my number 1 pick after a while.
Really?
I started
So-
Squirtle and ended up going to Bulbasaur.
He was usually the hardest to use because he was very helpful in like the first 2 gyms, but then after that, the higher levels because it was super effective against like all the Team Rocket Pokemon
Against
were super
rock.
effective.
against water.
But, like it was good against certain ones, but like when you got stronger, like there were just so many Pokemon that were
you had to really train
You-
before you went to
you
those
had to have a
gyms.
solid team
Yeah.
to go against it. Like I feel like Blastoise and Charizard were is much easier to use.
Yeah, agreed on that.
Agreed on that.
Dude, nothing's a Pokemon talk on the bus. That made me so
Well,
happy.
I know, it just brings you back. I put so many hours in on Pokemon and a Harvest Moon. We were talking about Harvest Moon.
Harvest
the other day.
Moon,
That's
fire.
Taylor is heavy into that game. Was
Ooh.
I need to put it on. I've never really played it.
Because what's the other
The old
that
one, the old
competes
Harvest
with,
Moon was so much fun
yeah,
on PS2.
the N64?
Yes, yeah, PS2 is like the number 2 one,
Yeah.
but I played that.
What was it that came out that was similar to Harvest Moon? Star or something?
Star.
Star Valley?
I played
Stardew
That's
Valley?
exactly what it is. Stardew Valley.
But Harvest Moon was, oh my gosh, we put so much
Stardew?
time on that.
I don't know. I didn't play
Something
that.
about just creating a little village for yourself,
Yeah,
man.
just
You can't
putting in
really
the
be
Harvest
chores
Moon was
every day.
sick.
can't.
Building your gardens and farm.
Do you
No
guys ever play
question.
like Age of the Empire on your PC, like on your computer?
I've never,
No.
I take that back.
I played
was,
the only game I ever played on my computer was Diablo 3 expansion set.
Fire.
I was,
Dude, that game still might be my number 1 game.
my only
Ah,
computer games
I don't know if
were
it's number 1, but it's definitely top 3.
That's
the
sick.
backyard games, backyard sports,
Oh,
backyard
yeah,
football,
those are
backyard
awesome.
baseball. Then you got,
Those are
I would
so
do
good.
triple play. I was into the baseball games a lot.
Yeah.
And then Roller Coaster Tycoon. I was a big Tycoon guy.
Dude, there was a
Big Tycoon
class.
That's a
There was a
stage.
class in my middle
that's a
school that did
stage of-
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
That's a stage of like Age of Empire. It's just like instead of building a roller coasters park, you're just building like a colony and you're just leveling it up. Like you start as caveman, and then by the end of it, you're like future technology.
Isn't
You
that
play-
like on your phone too now?
I think
don't
so.
they
Yeah,
have that?
they have those. I mean, it's basically it's like what Clash of Clans is.
Got you.
It's the exact same thing. That it's just on a computer, and like you like be in the Roman Empire, and like you just be building up troops, and you go take over other Roman. Like,
I had a
other
teammate
empires.
of mine in college, Jake Ryan. We
That
would play
juices me up.
Smurf Village. It was like the same thing. I thought that game went so hard. Just make your little community. You're like designing it. It's so much fun.
God, I love some video game talk. Where can we go from video games?
Video
Fun,
games
shout out,
tier
every
talk?
shout out.
Video games.
Tier talk.
CMC, new Madden.
Fair.
Christian McCaffrey on the new Madden cover.
I know.
New contract.
Yeah. Good
He's
for
getting
him.
married.
He is.
What a year for the boy.
2 weeks. Yeah. Rhode Island. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, because I was. You talk about cold calls and calling in favors. Like we were really trying to get CMC. He's
For the
like,
Beer
I
Olympics?
just- yeah, he's like, man, I want to so bad. I cannot go from West Coast to East Coast to West Coast to East Coast. Then when Nashville came, I was like, hey, he's like, he's like, it's the week of the wedding. I was like, fair.
That's a tough ask.
It's a tough ask.
It is for CMC.
Because have you ever met Paul Swan?
Maybe.
They're like he's like in that same crew, the same type of energy, like just being for the boys, like the types of guys you call like when you are in.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, great looking,
Very
just a
handsome.
specimen of a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's a stud.
Dude, Bass Pro. Elite.
I mean, the
Yeah,
lineup on that
Where's the-
beard is
I
insane.
know, bro.
That
We're
is-
just for everybody listening on audio, we're just staring at Paul Swan photos.
It's
right
a great photo.
now.
Wow. Where is the Pyramid Bass Pro shop? Is that Memphis?
Yeah.
I need to make a trip out there just to go to that.
It's electric.
I don't even know that existed.
What?
Me either. He said
Look at-
pyramid.
Look at this thing. This is like the coolest thing ever. This is a real building in Memphis.
What's it like on the inside? Is it just like every other Bass
Huge
Pro?
Bass Pro, and at the top they've got like a big restaurant and stuff, dude. It's like
No shit.
the South's heaven.
Oh shit, the South's heaven. Who? Oh, for real? That's kind of dope.
No shit.
The pyramid.
I didn't know that. Wow, it's even
Hey,
cooler.
the South's version of the sphere.
That is the South.
Oh, look at that thing. It's so cool.
Dude, obviously you heard about Chandler McGregor?
Yeah, I didn't
Heartbreak.
see it in the details. Someone was talking about it, but like he's hurt, right, McGregor?
I
It
guess so.
seems
Yeah.
like it. That's like what the leaks are saying.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. It's just heartbreaking for the boy.
It
It
is.
is a bummer for
He's been
Mike.
putting in fucking work. He's been down in Florida getting after it.
And not only that, but he's been patient and waiting for essentially this opportunity. Like his last fight was like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
going on 2 years now.
That sucks.
Just holding
Hopefully
out
it's
for
not a
this type
big
of fight.
injury, and hopefully they can still schedule it.
Yeah. September
Right
14th
now,
Sphere.
what the leaks have said is that it could be potentially rescheduled for, in our leak being JP Hovey, our guy in the storm of it all, September, October. We could be
Okay,
looking
well,
at
that's not
September,
horrible.
October date. Fair?
What do you do? Like he's in this mindset. When was it supposed to be?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, so you're in this mindset. You're 2 weeks away from your fight, and then it gets postponed 2-3 months.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Like,
Yeah. Get
Number
after it.
one,
eat your feelings for a little bit.
Get back in the beer games.
Get back in the beer games and get after it.
That's
Wait
a
for the
great
call.
you got it because you've had this like mindset of kill, kill, kill. Basically, like every single day,
Right.
go, go, go. So like, why not come back, participate in the beer Olympics? You can still have that kill mindset, but you're with the boys.
Yeah.
That could be a good start to his
Decompressing a little bit, like
Yeah.
his yeah.
especially if
a
it's
big healing
it
process.
could be
Yeah.
if it's like a lighter beer too. It might not affect him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You seen Mike, that dude, nothing
He's just
affects
built
that
like a
dude.
pit bull, dude.
Yeah.
He really is.
God, he's just so
He can
dense.
drink really fast.
He is quick.
He was
Yes.
second after you, wasn't he?
I don't
Because you have the most impressive shotgun I've ever seen.
I appreciate that.
Ever.
Yeah, and it's not even close. Will's a close like 200th.
That was tough.
He's top
Fair,
250.
yeah.
Top 250.
Top
Did I
Like
beat-
rivals
I might-
rivals
yeah,
right
rivals
to
I might have
250.
beat you in the chug.
Not even close.
How many seconds you get last year?
I think I was like 12
Got a couple
That's what I
tweets.
got.
in the 3 beer chug.
I got
Yes.
2 tweets right here.
Bud Light athlete. If you had a Bud Light, I would do it.
Bleep that out.
That's fair. That's so fair. That's so fair. No, we can look up that though. I know I was faster than you though.
Yeah, you might. All I'm saying is you're coming with some disrespectful words, and I'm saying I don't think we were too
Well,
far
I just
off.
see you chug your beers like this.
Yeah, having a little fun with it, but when
I
it
thought that was real. You lie to your followers.
no,
So that's
no.
real.
That but that's
Oh,
all.
okay.
That's video. That's not real life.
Oh.
Like people slow that down. Like that's just purely AI.
Dude,
and-
this stuff was so funny. Doing the best part of this was doing the confessional.
There was so much fun.
Oh my god! I was trying my best just to not be a total idiot.
Yeah, comp, you move.
Yeah, you
You're-
did better than I thought you would.
He did better than I thought he would too.
See, it didn't show. I mean, good enough for a
We
chest
went-
bump
no,
like
I
that.
went first because I didn't know about the boot tilt, and so me and Defo did not do great. Then everyone else started tilting, and I was like,
Mike went nuts.
Yeah,
Mike
Mike
went
is
nuts.
quick.
Shane just couldn't.
Hey, yo,
answer the
Bert.
bell.
Bert's coming back. You saw that?
Is he?
Bert
Yeah,
has
he's back
recommitted
in.
himself to the beer
Oh.
games now that it's in Nashville.
Dude, you made Will sing.
The rookies. That's hey, we got to get the rookies back now singing
Yeah.
the anthem.
Yeah. You're
It
right.
was
Or
fun.
Fitz. Fitz is here now. Like he is in Nashville.
We can get him to do that.
What's that thing called?
Yeah, I went
The
against
fiddle.
I went
The
against
fiddle.
Bakhtiari, and he cooked us.
Yeah, Bach was
Yeah,
quick.
why isn't it? It doesn't show you
You
at
did?
all.
Yeah, I guess they just showed the top guys.
Oh, this might be it.
Yeah, that's me. I crossed from Bach, and he beat the hell out of me. I also started because they said it doesn't start till you pick up your beer. So I
Doesn't start till
took
you
it a
start
sec.
drinking.
I waited a second. I was like,
Bach was 6.
yeah, he crushed it. I think I was like 8.
I will tell you, like when Bach. So you guys went first. When Bach went, I thought to myself, he might beat me.
Yeah, then you no.
No, then it
That
went
was
well, but I was
insane, bro.
that was the best chug of my life.
Way you can take that liquid down.
Open that throat, kid.
Yeah, it gets you excited.
Mm.
It gets you excited.
Mike got 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were just underneath that,
it was over when Mike started doing this.
yeah.
bro. He put down a lot of beer quickly. I was like, wow, I'm
Dude,
so impressed by
he
you.
is a tank, man.
Imagine we get Mike back. Bert comes back. Mike comes back. George come back.
What is holding you
In
back
the-
from
in the
competing?
uni? Well, he,
I feel like I've drank enough beer this offseason.
That's fair. And all the talk about you not being able to work out for a month, needing to gain 10 pounds.
I don't need to drink.
It
any
all
more beer.
makes sense. It all
I'm
makes
I'm
sense.
solid.
Yeah.
I'll have a pretty decently calm off season now.
are we doing Kittle Fest?
Kittle Fest is still on
Okay.
July 6th.
As of right now, I'm committed to it.
That's fine. I'm not gonna say what I want to say to that, but you know, you can show up if you want to show up.
Say what you want to say. This is a for the boys.
I think my
pod.
wife will be okay with it if you don't show up.
Damn,
I'd
I
miss you.
thought this was gonna be me and you.
No, I'll miss you, but like Claire's gonna be like, it's one less T-shirt I have to give away.
Damn, that kinda
Dude,
hurt-
it's
that
the
hurt a
Kittle
little
County
more than I
Fair this
thought.
year. I'll have
The Kittle County Fair.
I'll have I'm working on having like funnel cakes, deep fried Oreos, fried Twinkies. We'll have Mojo's Tacos is coming back.
Mojo's Tacos. They just stay in people's DMs, don't they?
This will be their second year working with them. I just randomly went to the restaurant one time and they literally asked me like, "Hey, you still doing Kittle Fest? We'd love to do it for you." I was like, "Yes,
Done.
Thank you, Mojo's Tacos. They're great tacos too."
They hit us up right when they found
Mojo's
out Nashville.
Tacos. They're on
we're,
it. They
we're
got the
bringing beer
pulse.
games at Nashville. And they're like, "We'll do your shit. We'll do it."
Are they doing
Like,
it for
yeah.
you?
Oh yeah, they're coming in.
Make sure you get the fluffy tacos. You have to ask for those.
Okay.
They like
All right.
do something to the shell and it's like fat and fluffy. Unreal.
God damn,
Unreal.
That's good.
Mojo's Tacos. We'll just send them this clip. Hey, this is what we want.
This is what we want.
The fluffy
give us
tacos.
whatever George Kittle says to give us.
They give you options, but like you have to order it. Like you have to ask for the fluffy taco. Otherwise, they just give you a normal shell.
Got you.
So ask for the fluffy.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
What
Kittle Fest.
Oh yeah, but what about
Sorry, Kittle County Fair. We got to talk about your crazy rules on beer ball.
beer ball? What do you mean? It's the only way that makes it fair.
No, dude, that is insane.
Because when you pour your beer out over your head and like 5 drops come out, and then the next guy pours beer over his head and like some liquid comes out, like 10 drops, like those aren't equal. You have to have some sort of like
but to say it has to be like completely
Empty.
dry in there
empty.
is wild. I
That's-
played the one game with you. I drank 3 beers.
Exactly, because you have to be good at it. You also like because you have to get it up here, and then you have that's so aggressive. I'm so
crazy
sorry.
aggressive. What's Claire's problem with me?
She really likes Taylor. That's a good thing.
I'm a big fan of Claire as well.
Yeah, well he did.
I also got them dogs.
Yeah, he got me 2 puppies.
Which
They-
thank God you took those
I
dogs,
know.
man, because I wanted
Just
them out of
sitting
my
here
house
just-
so bad.
They wouldn't have lasted, so we saved their lives.
Yeah, I would have put them down.
Great Pyrenees Golden Retriever mix, 2 brothers.
How are they doing, by the way?
Calvin and Hobbes, they just got back from puppy school.
No.
And so they're significantly more trained right now, which is awesome. They're not as crazy as they were as puppies, but like I think they turned 6 months old this like month. So I don't really have any expectations till they're like over a year old.
Yeah, you can't really judge a dog till like year 2.
Yeah, it's like my dog now, Deanie, she's like a person who pees once a day at the most. If she wants to, she'll sleep for 20 hours.
Yeah.
Like
That's the kind of dog you want.
that's the kind of dog you want, but like she wasn't like that till like year 2.
I really
Hey,
found myself with animals.
I hate to interrupt you guys.
Is this about Claire?
No, no. Sweet Claire, love you, Claire. It seems like the boys in the back or Mitch might have something important going on.
No.
Well, I just saw you checking your phone, your times. You were looking around, smiling. You got somewhere to be?
I got a text.
Were you trying
I
Oh.
was just checking my watch.
Do you want us to? All right, we can stop if you want us to stop.
to? Do we need to stop the podcast
No,
so you can make? Are you trying to go somewhere?
I'm not trying to go anywhere. I'm trying to be.
No, if you're not interested in any of this, we can leave.
That is.
Do you want us to stop the pod,
That
Mitch?
couldn't be further from the truth.
All right, well that was fun,
Do
guys.
you have somewhere to go
That
today?
was, that was awesome experience.
Mitch-
Today,
Where do you have to go?
Where were you trying to go?
I'm going to Bonnaroo.
Oh, you're trying to go to Bonnaroo.
Did you guys already know this?
Later today.
Yeah.
All right, this is phenomenal. Keep going. This chirp is great. Make him uncomfortable,
I'm
please.
so uncomfortable.
He was back there, George. As you're telling your story, he's back there. He checked his watch. He checked his phone.
That makes me feel like you don't
He
care
looked
about me
over
as a
at Jack.
person.
That's not at all what happened.
That makes me
And then
really
I
sad.
saw him do this too. I saw him go.
Oh
You
shit!
did that?
I did not do that.
Wow,
Mitch, don't lie.
dude.
And if you notice-
Will wouldn't lie to me, right?
This
Will?
With
No, I
swivel
would not lie
camera?
to you. I'm sorry that his dog story was uninteresting to you.
That's crazy.
This is unfair.
Wow.
Mitch, what kind of tacos do you need to order from Mojo's Tacos?
The fluffy kind.
Fair.
What are his 2 dogs' names?
Calvin and Hobbes.
What's my 3rd dog's name?
Dean.
Close, Deanie. I'll give it.
Throw a
Hey,
Y at the end.
it's
You gotta
pretty-
give it to him. He has been listening. But I also have noticed that this camera right here, that's supposed to be facing you guys, when you guys talk, hasn't worked once.
It's facing George.
What?
All right, Barrett, you go ahead and relax that. That was a hard tone. That was a hard tone. I'm over here. What about the pivot? The pivot. There's like 50 fucking cameras here.
There's a lot.
There's one.
These look really nice. When did you guys get these?
Maybe a year and a half ago.
So, these are nice, dude. Phenomenal. You guys are doing well.
We leveled
4K
up
cameras.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we're-
Show them how it works.
Oh, dude.
This one's on you, George.
Make the
Now
camera dance.
We're zoomed in real close on you.
Show them how Randall Cobb makes a boy.
Did you see that Randall
Let's keep
Cobb
this
clip?
pod going for another 2 hours, man.
Did you see the Randall Cobb clip on how to make
Yeah,
a
sure.
boy?
I saw the clip, yeah.
To the left, to the right. 2 in the middle, let it drizzle.
So aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't understand the drizzle part.
I don't understand the left and right part. Just like
Yeah.
Hey, this bunch of white guys trying to figure that out, right? I don't know. You can
As
take
guys
directions
with
in
girls
there.
and he has boys, he knows something that we don't. Maybe we need to listen.
That's fair.
You know what I
No
mean?
question.
Yeah.
Huh. I have no idea. I need Randall to come explain that one more time.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that interruption right there. I know we've lost focus a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, dogs are fun.
Yeah, dogs are a good
I'm
time.
excited for you guys to come to Kittle Fest if you want to.
As of right now, I'm fully on board, 100% committed to you.
Please give Claire my best, but I will be in Canada.
Oh, as you should be. That sounds fun.
Mhm.
Where you gonna be?
I'll be in Kelowna, BC.
Oh,
Taylor's
Yeah.
favorite place.
It's fun.
oh, you're gonna have a great time up there. It's just
Oh,
spending
no
time
doubt,
with your
no
family.
doubt. My family, Talon's family. Yeah, I can't wait.
Are you close to
I
water?
don't want to get painted like this that bad. It's supposed to be
Are you
a
close to
joke.
water?
Yeah. There's a bunch of lakes and stuff around. God, please don't make you.
This is gonna be funny.
No, because Talon's family watches this pod and they're like, we fucking knew he didn't want to come. Talon's best friend back home literally was like, I think Taylor hates Canada. He never seems happy when he's up here.
No, he's gonna.
I
Have
enjoy myself in Canada.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
There's
for
just a little
sure.
back and forth.
Yeah,
They do go
like-
pretty hard in America sometimes.
You'd love celebrating the 4th of July in Canada, don't you?
I don't.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put that
No,
together.
I'm bringing my American flag overalls. I'll handle business.
That's fine. Then we're gonna celebrate we're gonna celebrate America again on July 6th at Kittle County Fair.
God. So what's the change? The county fair.
Why up? Why move? Why is it moving up?
We just like to have different themes every year. So like the first year we had at my property, it was Camp Kittle.
Okay.
And so we had RVs all over our property for our friends to stay in. And then it felt like you're at a campsite the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year was Club Kittle, which it was like live music, games and stuff like that. And then once it went dark, we opened up our brand new shed and we had it like the whole thing was discoed out and we had a live DJ.
It's got a hell of a mower in there.
Great mower, 96-inch deck and a 60-inch deck. One's
nice.
diesel, one's gas. Thank you, Xmark. Fire.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. That was
plug
pretty
right
good.
there, yeah.
I've explained that one, but like a 96-inch deck mower it's impressive.
It's a big deck.
Thank you.
Massive deck.
Thank you. And then this year is the Kittle County Fair because as a kid, I really liked the Iowa State Fair. And then the Minnesota has a huge state fair too. And so we're going to have like a bunch of food trucks. I tried to get like a Ferris wheel and my insurance company said absolutely not, which fair.
Great shot though, trying to get a Ferris wheel.
I
That would've been
tried.
sick.
Yeah.
I
Or
never,
a scrambler.
That's a
get
staple.
little
so
scrambler.
my next one that I wanted to get one of those like little kid roller coaster. It's like a centipede that just goes like one lap. Can you imagine the boys riding in that? That
You
would
know there'd be a line too.
There
There'd
would
be
be
a
a
line for
that
that.
thing would be so funny. So I'm gonna have some dunk tanks. Like we're gonna have some like the ring toss games. I'm working on. I gotta find someone who has like the BB gun game where you shoot the targets. Like I think
Yes.
that would be really fun. Just
Yeah.
or like the water gun version of that. Like just some of that. You know,
You have to pay to play though.
Ooh, that,
$1 to $3.
Everything goes to charity?
Yeah.
1 to 3.
Isn't that what it is usually at county fairs?
County fairs do rake you over the coals.
oh, bro, that basketball game where like the rim is like bent in a way and it's super stiff, and if you hit anything but net, it's an automatic
It's
miss.
over.
Yeah.
Unreal. That was like $10 for like one, maybe two shots.
You need that Joe Dirt scene where the guy's like spraying the Pam on the little things, trying to throw it on top of the bottles.
I learned this. There's like this pickle stand at the Minnesota State Fair because I have some buddies who they have a stand at the Minnesota State Fair, and it's like apparently it's hard to get a license to get in there, but once you get in there, you're just like you make tons of money.
Mhm.
But there's a pickle stand there that over however many days it is, they're making over $150,000
Are you serious?
Oh my
for like
God.
3 to 5
You're the
days.
wrong
What do they do with them pickles? Put them on a stick?
It's-
Some batter on them?
It's
deep fry 'em?
legit. No, it's just pickle on a stick,
What?
and you pay between $4 and $6 for it.
Of course.
Why not?
That is crazy to me.
Can we get some turkey legs at the county fair?
My wife really wants turkey legs,
Ooh,
so
dude.
we're working on that one too.
Next year, like a Renaissance
Great
theme
call,
would
Claire.
be awesome.
Dude, there's actually.
Jousting.
I was up in Minneapolis, and I met this NHL guy. His name's Vinny Lettieri. Super solid dude. I went golfing with him and his dad. His dad's 100% Italian. He played soccer for Minnesota when they used to have an MLS team, and now he opened up like pizza on a stick. And he's been at the
Pizza on a stick.
and he's been at the Minnesota State Fair for 37 years. And like they have their own, like they have a store too, like in Minneapolis, right? So
Yeah.
like they do well. Like when you're at the Minnesota State Fair for 37 years, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get him to bring his pizza on a
150,000.
stick to Kittle Fest.
Are we getting fireworks?
I don't know. I've never seen it. You could but I'm pretty sure it's his thing. Like he owns pizza on a stick. It's genius.
Dude, if I was gonna open something up at the state fair, I
don't
would
know. I mean, it has to be like
Do a
cut up
THC
chunks, right?
beverage.
So it looks like a kebab.
That's true.
That's what I would guess.
Hey, Taylor just had a good idea.
What?
Dude, if I was at the state fair and I had to open up something, I would make a THC type of beverage that you can sip on like a beer, and just kind of chill with it. Goes up like a buzz, goes down like a buzz.
They actually have those. They're
What are they
called Can. CANN. Say hi to Can Social Tonics. Can Social Tonics spike their seltzers
so
with
good.
weed. Each can is blended with 5
Wow.
simple clean ingredients to deliver the perfect buzz and a buzz that does not backfire. Can comes in 3 award-winning flavors: blood orange, lemon lavender, and grapefruit rosemary. Can comes in a variety of doses for every drinker, ranging from 2 milligrams to 5 milligrams of THC. Head to drinkcan.com. That's drinkcann.com and use code BOYS20 for a generous 20% off your order of Can and a free Roadie 6-pack sampler. Can is not for use or purchase by persons under the age of 21. Can products contain less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC that is derived from hemp, do not claim to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, and have not been evaluated or approved by the FDA.
So I just want to say that your last like 2 ad reads totally lost in the sauce. Like I was like, oh, what are we talking about? And then ad, and I was
Boom.
like, wow, you guys are good.
Thanks, man.
Hey, you got to try these.
They
We'll
are.
send you
They're
home with a
elite.
pack. You'd enjoy them.
You know what? NFL, but yeah, sure. You know,
Yeah, after your
yeah,
career's
when you're
over.
done
whenever
playing.
whenever I'm done playing.
Yeah.
We'll all have one can together.
Right.
Mm,
We'll all enjoy
retirement
together.
party.
Retirement
Yeah,
party.
retirement party.
That
Like a
Kittle Fest.
6-pack of cans. We'll just sit. in
My
our
only
lawn.
last question about the county fair:
Yeah,
is there going to be a fireworks show,
working on that as well.
That is
like a
nice.
good one, a high budget one?
So like my wife loves to host,
Like a-
and
one
and
of
sh-
my
and
budget
she
ones.
likes to make things very like she likes people to enjoy themselves, and so it will be a fun fireworks show if I can get it like allowed.
Yeah. Right.
I do live like out in the country,
You have the right property for it.
but like I have a lot of trees on my
Yeah,
property.
It's a wet landscape. So it is.
Huh?
It's like a rainforest out here.
Oh goodness gracious! But yeah, no, I'm working on that as well. So hopefully we can make it like a full 4th of July party. It's gonna be fun. Yep, working on that. I have that on the way as well.
Hammer and a bell.
Do the boys want to come? If you guys are in town, I'll shoot Will the invite and you can forward it to you guys.
We won't get that forward.
Okay.
The same thing happened last year.
I'll
The
get-
same thing happened
I'll
last
What
get,
year.
happened last
I'll get
year?
your numbers as soon as this is over and I'll send it to you guys myself.
Wait, what are you talking about? I shot you guys a thing where you got to make jackets. Did you ever get those jackets?
That was tied in you.
Yeah,
I
but I still
tried it,
shot
yeah.
you the invite, right?
Stolen from the hotel. I think.
Yeah. It was wild. We have a better plan for getting people the products that they create. So, because like we left them in like technically it was a locked room to give to guys, and then they weren't there the next day.
Somebody just stole.
Yeah, so we're just like, it's like Scooby Doo, the mystery of the missing jackets. Like, what?
That's such a premeditated hustle too. Like, hey, they're
Some-
all here. We said we were gonna do this. Like, let's just do this.
Let's just
Yeah,
take 'em.
yeah.
It's like, oh,
Like,
dude,
guys, are we sure we want to steal all these jackets?
that are customized to the person.
Yeah.
You can't, like, I'm pretty sure there are names on them. Like, you can't sell, like, unless you just detach those.
They're
Some
gonna
guy
be
walking
at
down
your
the
guys'
street.
games, supporting you guys. That's
Someone's just wearing Claire Kittle jacket.
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Should we do some shout out?
Oh, shout out, no free shout out, George.
Tell them just in case.
Yeah,
It's been a year.
Yeah,
it has
it's
been a minute.
whatever tickles your pickle, the simple things in life that you want to shout out. Doesn't have to be anything specific, doesn't have to be anything that's popular. It's true to you. It's just a simple shout out, no free shout out to whatever that is. Like last week, mine was the smell of bacon. So it can be whatever your little heart desires. But shout out, no free shout out is presented by Duke Cannon. It's the off season. That means it's time to elevate your game by working harder and smelling better with our friends at Duke Cannon. Throw away your old body wash and deodorant because you smell like a JV locker room. Upgrade to Duke Cannon for a varsity level grooming routine. Duke Cannon scents are elite and their products are made for hardworking dudes like our boy George Kittle. As always, the boys got a special code for the tier ones. Use code tier 1. That's TIER, the number 1, on DukeCannon.com for 15% off your first order. Duke Cannon, work harder, smell better.
Who wants to start it off, boys? Mitch.
Bonnaroo,
That's fair. Just take it.
Yeah, I mean that's what
getting
I'm
off work in
through.
time to make the concert you want to go
Was
to?
everyone else invited, or was it just a him thing?
It wasn't really about invites or not. It was, hey, when's George gonna come on the pod? Because we want to go to Bonnaroo. This was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we were like, hey, George is coming back. He's doing the boys a solid. He wants to sleep in a little bit. It could be in the afternoon.
If you would have told me
I
that,
had
I could have showed up earlier if you guys really wanted me to.
Listen,
I don't like when
they
people-
are
that's
getting
crazy.
this out of proportion, and
It
they're-
seems pretty
they are
normal.
purposely trying to make me feel terrible, and I do feel terrible. But yeah, shout out.
Well, you're gonna have
Bonnaroo.
fun tonight with all your wristbands on your wrist already.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna get more tonight too.
Can't cut them off forever.
No,
What if you had to leave those on forever when you got one?
Dude, those things would break on me in a second. The only band I've ever had that has lasted more than 2 weeks is the band you gave me at Kittle Fest last year. It's unbelievable.
So is your shout out Bonnaroo, Mitch?
yeah, and just being able to like just festivals in general, you can see like all of your favorite artists all in one weekend, all in the same spot.
Who's performing? Anyone that you're excited to see?
Last night was Big X, the plug.
Bull. Oh,
So I went out there and saw
Fire.
him and then drove back.
you heard him?
No.
Such great music. It's
Who's this?
Big X a plug. Yeah,
Oh.
but I'm from Texas.
Uh,
Great song. Like,
Mike is at 4:30, and then that one's gonna be a miss. And then who else is tonight?
He said that one's going to be a miss. It is 2:12 right now. How far away is Bonnaroo?
An hour.
oh,
An
you're
hour?
fine.
You might be able to make it. You got time. You got to go home and change and everything.
No, I'm going straight from here.
You guys want to talk for like another hour?
Yeah, yes.
Key Glock is tonight. Post Malone tonight. T-Pain,
What?
and then Sean Paul is tomorrow. Red Hot Chili Peppers and Diplo, and then
God, that is
Diplo?
a great lineup.
Sunday is Galantis, Two Friends, and Fred again. So
Two Friends is sick.
Red Hot
Wait,
Chili
isn't Two
Peppers would
Friends
be
Big
awesome.
Booty Mix?
Two Friends, Big Booty Mix.
Woo! I just listened to that today for my workout. Big Booty Mix is one of the best. I think that's the best workout music you can listen to.
Big booty, what?
Big Booty Mix? You've never
Okay.
seen?
It's
listened
like
to that?
it's like a
No,
big
I'll
mashup
check it
of
out.
like EDM.
It's-
Maybe I've heard the song.
It's they have 24 versions of their hour long, and they take all like the best songs and they somehow mash them together for an hour long playlist. It's
I'll
insane.
check it out.
Oh,
I'll check it
dude.
out
Heard
immediately.
of that.
Oh, it's a
Big booty mix.
yeah,
but it's like dance music EDM.
yeah. It's just upper energy.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I'm a huge fan. It's like when that Lucy hits your lip.
Ooh,
Yeah, no
nice
question.
callback. Nice callback right there.
We got like a big group going. It'll be a good time. So shout out festivals.
Beautiful. Next one. I love festivals.
My shout out and every shout out goes to phone backgrounds. I feel like a lot of people become slaves to their phone background, where they're like they grow this sentimental attachment, like nostalgia, and they can't change it. I am the complete opposite, and I have so many backgrounds, which it's almost the flip side of the coin, where I'm now becoming a slave to too many backgrounds. So I need to find the healthy balance. But I like being able to,
That's fair.
I got all the Camel Joe old cigarette ads, just some of my friends, cool photos. It's just, kind of whatever you're feeling that day. And you can kind of like promote the mood internally with your phone. So
Nice.
I like having a nice rotation of phone backgrounds.
I'm gonna change mine now just because you said that.
Let's go. See, we're starting to move in here. So shout out to not being a slave to your background. But nostalgia's cool too. So whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
My phone just froze as soon as I tried to change it.
Solid shout out. Solid shout out, Jack.
My shout out, no free shout out, goes to when you are cooking steaks for your friends and you cook them perfectly.
Ooh.
Because there's nothing worse than if you do serve up, you cut up the steak and it's well done. It's the most embarrassing thing you can ever
Yeah.
imagine.
Would you rather
So,
be
yeah.
well done or you take it off way too early?
Take it off way too early.
Because then you can fix it.
Right.
But still, it's like when you
It's
get
still
it first
embarrassing.
try, you put it out
still
there and it's
sucks.
good.
Still stings.
It's a win.
That's a great feeling.
I don't
Yeah.
mind a well done steak.
G, you got one?
Am I up or is
Go ahead, George. You got one? You got one cooked up?
just hearing what they were talking about. Hi, camera. Hearing what they were saying. My shout out, no free shout out is. I'll give you two. First one is gonna be I get to see the boys again, which has been
Very nice
fun.
of you.
And there's nothing like because I think I'm like a 3 or 4 time guest. I think.
Yeah. I think
And
this might be
so
number
to see
4.
your guys' to be like the very start, the first time I went on the bus in that back church parking lot to like here, it's been fun just to see this grow and the reach that you guys have. So I think that's been really fun. And I get to spend 2 hours with the boys talking about Pokemon and sports. Big Ten Stadium.
Sir,
Big
yes,
dubs.
sir.
Yeah, like
Big
just
Ten
like-
Stadium.
I'm having a fantastic time. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. So that'd be one, and my other one would be, let's go with. I had my car worked on, my truck, and it was done efficiently. It was done quickly, and it didn't cost me a lot of money. And so I appreciate a good person, someone who works on a car and gets like checks all the boxes and doesn't like rake you over for your money.
That's a good one.
I'll get you Donnie's number. And then at Wolf Customs in Franklin. He does a great job for me.
Was Donnie at Titan Motoring before?
Yeah, he was.
Gotcha. I know Donnie.
Yeah. Forsberg introduced me to Donnie.
Good
And
guy.
Solid dude, but like gave him my truck. I told my mom to fix on it. Had it fixed very quickly. And he's like, yeah, you can come pick it up. I was like, thanks, Donnie.
Gotta love
I just
that.
appreciate someone who gets it done
Yeah.
and does it well.
Great shout outs. Great shout outs.
Thank you.
I have a couple.
Ooh.
My first shout out is going to go to Claire Kittle. Just wanted to know, just massive fan of Claire. I really appreciate and respect what she's about. My second shout out is going to go to falling asleep on the couch. I enjoy watching some TV, dozing off, not really keeping up with whatever's on, and you fall asleep on the couch, and it doesn't matter what time. And I'm talking more late night, and then you just wake up at 11:30, midnight, whatever it is, and make yourself make your way to the bedroom. But I enjoy falling asleep on the couch, and nobody like when Charles, I appreciate. I tell her like, hey, if I fall asleep, like just don't wake me up, like just do your thing and go to bed, and then I'll make my way to bed. Like I don't like to be woken up. I just like for the process to take place.
Do you brush your teeth when you wake up and then go to bed?
I was thinking
Or you
the
just
same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
absolutely
Face
not.
routine, brush my teeth, of course.
You go straight from couch, face down on the bed, and you're just
I go
out.
straight from couch. I'll start to just undress right there, lay my clothes right there on the couch, and then crawl in bed and sneak in bed like nothing ever happened.
Fair.
Yeah. No wake up. Don't wake up the missus. Just crawl in bed and
That's funny.
pretend I was there the whole
You
time.
could just like fake go to sleep and you hear her go to sleep, and then you just get on and play video games with the boys.
Yeah. I do miss some late night video game sessions.
Dude, for real.
Speaking of, we just got some new fiber internet, so we're locked and loaded for college
Viper?
football 25. All I know is I was operating at like 70 bits per second,
Megabytes.
megabytes, and now I'm at like 500, 600.
You're gonna thoroughly
you're
enjoy
moving.
downloading and updating your game now is crazy.
That's the biggest thing when we hop on and play Risk or whatever we do, and there's an update. It's like, all right, boys, chalk it up. We'll play tomorrow because it's going to take all night for this
Right.
thing to download.
Fair. I have in California, I have like a fiber internet,
Yeah.
and like for me to download like a 60 gigabyte update from Call of Duty, less than 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Like it just goes.
that fires me.
Woo! It's the nicest. Starlink's really good too because I have that here in Nashville,
Mhm.
and like that's been fantastic. I used to have like an AT&T portable like Wi-Fi, and that because it was better than the Wi-Fi I could get out of my property until I got Starlink.
Really?
Brutal. So I would
Might
go.
be its own shout
Starlink's
out.
it.
the-
Shout out to good Wi-Fi.
Shout out to
shout
Elon
out
and
to
Starlink.
Great Wi-Fi. If you have great Wi-Fi, it just makes so many things easier.
Yeah. That's a solid shout out.
That is that's a good shout out.
Like,
My
we're try-
shout out.
Yeah, you go.
My shout out goes to when you sleep in. My shout out goes to a good night's sleep and your kids not waking you up in the morning, and you actually wake up and your kids are still sleeping. My last 3-4 weeks, 6 a.m. on the dot. Willow is in my face, like ready to play, ready to do whatever, and she doesn't wake me up gracefully. It's a scream in my face, and it is actually terrifying. She just becomes sneakier with it too, the way she like creeps downstairs.
Yeah.
And I'll hear little flat feet. She just kind of sneaks right in and gets me. So last night I was up till 1 a.m. watching Suits, and I thought I'm
Great
gonna
show.
be dead tomorrow, and I am dead. However, my kids gave me that 7:30 block, which was really nice. So my shout out goes to my kids letting me sleep in.
So when you two things. One, are you watching Suits for the first time?
Watching Suits for the first time.
What
I'm
season
in
are you on?
Season 5.
Toward the end of season 5.
Towards the end of season 5. So you obviously know Suits.
Me and my wife gave up on it because it got really tough in the middle.
Okay. Season 3 and 4, I see what you're saying. Season 5 is my favorite season so far.
Oh,
They
fantastic!
dive more into Harvey's background, his emotions. That thing you think's going to
Yeah.
happen eventually actually does happen to Mike. And that's how they all work through that process. So I'm in the thick of it right now.
3 and 4 were just so tough for me and Claire. And what I would say, me and Claire's one of our worst things is that we give up on shows. Like if we lose interest, like and we'll give it like 3 or 4 episodes. If there's like 4 back-to-back-to-back episodes that are tough, we're like,
Let's pull the plug.
It's like, do you really want to try to keep watching this? No? All right, let's watch something else.
Mm-hmm.
And because there's tons of great shows out there. So it's like you're going to watch something. You're going to find something that you like.
Yeah.
But it's like when you were like, I don't know if it was like, there was like 10 straight episodes of Suits. I was like, oh dear.
Dude,
What are you guys on now?
I mean, I stopped watching that in like 2022.
But I'm saying, what are you and Claire on now, show wise?
When I first started dating
Shout out
Claire. Shout out Claire. When I first started dating Claire in college.
What is the deal with you and Claire?
Nothing.
don't
I was
know.
just joking.
Yeah.
Oh, I in
I'm
my
just
head,
like
I
going-
thought
I'm
this
just
was
like playing
real.
it.
Yeah, no, he's just
You know,
playing
Claire
it.
was the very first person to see Charles' engagement ring.
Yeah.
Because I received the engagement ring in an envelope when I was on the Saints. And, I was only there for a cup of coffee. And then when I had it in my backpack because obviously I'm not showing Charo.
Mhm.
But it just sat in my backpack. And then when I was in Oakland, I remember being like, hey, the first opinion from a
Yeah.
lady.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Eric Magnuson.
Yeah, Mags.
Yeah.
Moneybags Mags.
Yeah.
Dude, great thing. Moneybags Mags. That's what his nickname was for the Niners. And which is just outrageous. But he makes 2 appearances in the receiver show.
Does he really?
He's in the trailer. He jumps on me after the Dallas Cowboys game. And like he's in the trailer. And he said to me, he goes, You're kidding me. how did I make
Yes, sir.
this?
That is so awesome.
So
dude.
I was pumped about that. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters that I've had a pleasure
such a
knowing.
unique cat, man. I love Mags.
Dude, offensive linemen are just they're top tier people, man.
Salt of the earth.
There's not very many
Individuals.
ones that you don't like. Like I would say it's like a 99% success rate.
Yeah,
Like they're just
the easiest group to get along with by far.
yeah, like man, just they're fantastic.
Yeah. Fantastic
You
individual.
really, you're
I
you
love
got that mentality. Any guy who appreciates blocking the way you do,
I appreciate that. Like
George, you are the man.
when you go
Hey,
stop it.
you're
When
We
you
do
go
love you. We
when
love
you when you go to work with a right and left tackle every single day and you work on your triple blocks and like that's your period, and I get to work with Trent Williams, Joe Staley, Mike McGlinchey, Colt McKivitz, like that's really fun for me. Like I have a great time doing that stuff. Like I have so much fun training with those guys.
man,
Oh,
Hey.
sorry. The shows that you guys were on. I
Yeah,
apologize. We
yeah.
did go off when I
that was me.
interrupted.
Let's see. I need to watch. We're rewatching when we first started dating. Scandal came out, and so I watched like half of that with her. What's her name? Carrie Washington.
A show you'd recommend?
I think it's really entertaining. Like
Okay.
there's a slow spot in it, and Claire admits that, but like it picks back up at the end. But like the first 2 seasons are very excellent television. Like every episode's a cliffhanger. Every episode's pretty unique. There's like a background storyline that goes along the whole way, but like each episode is fresh. So I think I'm like halfway through season 4 or something like that. Like I'm still enjoying myself. There's been a couple like overly dramatic episodes. I'm just like, come on. But besides that, it's a great show to watch with your wife. One thing I love about Claire is she loves and also when we watch TV, I'm gonna watch something that my wife wants to watch because if it's something that I want to watch, she doesn't like it. It's not a very fun viewing session. I think that's for all husbands and
No, that's
boyfriends
an
out there.
understandable deal.
Yeah. So, but she does a good job. She loves military shows. So like this past season, we got to watch. I introduced her to Band of Brothers and The Pacific, which is 2 fantastic TV shows.
Masters of the Air.
Yeah, we watched Master of the Air
God,
too.
how good is that?
Yeah,
need to finish
Band of
that.
Brothers is so
You
good.
can't beat Band of Brothers.
Oh my gosh! So that was really fun.
I
You
haven't seen it. I haven't seen
Band of
Band
Brothers?
I haven't seen it.
do that.
It's
Look
one of the
at
highest rated shows.
It's like one of the best shows.
Yeah,
no, it's.
That's crazy.
I know.
Being
It's
from
crazy. It's
Missouri.
crazy. I
Do you
know,
even
trust
like?
me, I
Do you
know.
love America or not?
It seems like I don't.
It sounds like you need to celebrate 4th of July in Canada.
It sounds. It
That's where
sounds.
you
Like we
fucking
need to
belong.
switch places.
Yeah, you should switch places so he can come to Kittle Fest.
Yeah.
This
That
4th
is wild, man. You gotta.
I got to get
'Cause
on it.
it
I
I
went-
gotta
gotta
get on it.
beat you up anymore.
It went-
You know what you have
I
to
also
do.
got to get TSA pre-check.
No
Yeah.
question.
Dude, all right, I got one. Don't get mad at me, Claire. But so TSA pre-check, right? I had it, and then they give you like a week before it expires. They shoot you an email that says, "Hey, fill this out in the next 5 days," and like the cutoff is like the day is 24 hours
But
before.
you're about to blame your wife
So hear me out.
for your own.
It's January 8th is the cutoff on it, right? January 8th. I'm in the middle of a football season. That's at the very end of the season. And like, I'm a little beat up. So like all my time is like spent on rehab tables or like on a phone call with somebody that's helped me through some rehab processes.
Your own selfish world, yeah.
I'm in that 3-foot box.
Yeah,
You're not, I have nothing. I don't even see my phone
Yeah.
besides like a phone game on it. Like that's about all I'm doing on it. And January 7th or like, it's like literally January 8th. I'm getting into bed. And she goes, "Did you ever renew your TSA pre-check?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Oh, you didn't get the email like 10 days ago about I renewed."
She renewed hers.
Yeah, she's like, I renewed mine like a week ago. I was like, "No, I didn't see it get on to do it." And they're like, "You missed the time window, so now I don't have TSA pre-check." So that's been so every time we fly together, she goes through TSA pre-check
That
and
is
I don't. I'm
We'll
like,
get it together. We'll get it back together.
Oh,
Because I need to get it. I've
So
never had
Staples
it.
right down the road.
I know.
we need to do it.
It's not far.
I
at
know.
all.
Dude, then I got to get global entry because that's way too easy. Because global entry has TSA pre-check included. I didn't know that. And it's like,
Talon has that. Talon
it's
has
like
that.
$90 for like years.
Just $5 more than TSA. Pro.
Yeah, maybe it's $10 more or something like that, but it's like so easy.
Yeah. So it was global entry the move. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, like, if you're gonna fly, like, you're going to Mexico or like Europe or something like that, just
Cabo.
coming back to the country,
Yeah.
you literally just you go to a kiosk, you fill it in, and you just walk through, and you're done. Like it's super quick. You don't have to pull out your passport.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think.
gotta
It's
get on
super
my shit.
But like the process of getting it's a lot harder.
a little bit, but
You
like
have to like TSA pre. I went to Staples, filled thing out, had it in 7 days
fire.
with a global entry. Talon had to like go and like meet with like a
That's how
government official.
that's how I did it in Iowa. When
Yeah.
for TSA pre-check, I had to go meet with a government official.
For real?
Yeah,
Guess
you got
it's
to take me
the
to
same.
Staples with you.
You just go walk in there like, hey, I need to sign up for TSA pre. They're like, all right, take your photo. It's like $85 and
Yep.
you get out of there.
I'm in.
God
there,
damn, my
boys.
dude.
Do you want us to get done so you can go to Bonnaroo?
What?
He looks like very. He's like
Just begging for us to read
No,
this
I'm-
twisted question ad.
Just itching.
Please, God.
that. Hey, that last segment though, that was fantastic. I appreciate that. Shout out, no free shout outs.
You like
Yeah,
that?
That's a great. It's just like that's like my positivity Thursdays. Like it's just speaking good stuff into existence.
No doubt, dude. You know what else is great? Twisted questions. Twisted Tea is a refreshing hard iced tea made with real brewed tea and 5% alcohol, full of flavor and very refreshing. Twisted Tea goes down smooth. There is no carbonation, which makes it easy to drink all day long. Twisted Tea feels fun and celebrates extreme fandom on game day. It is the perfect alcohol for a game day, whether you're tailgating in the parking lot, watching at a bar, or watching with friends at home. Twisted Tea is there to turn up your game day. Keep it twisted. Grab a refreshing Twisted Tea today. Mitch, what is the twisted question? Jack was about to talk.
Yeah,
Is it Jack's?
Jack's gonna save me today.
No, Coop. This from Coop.
All right.
Coop had a good question the other day in the office. It kind of promoted a good conversation. And his was, so you are in a mall by yourself for 24 hours. Would you rather spend it with one fully grown silverback gorilla
Ooh.
or 5 black mambas? You have to be there for 24 hours. What animal would you rather have in there? 1 silverback gorilla, 5 black mambas. 24 hours mall.
I think for me,
How big of a mall? We talking like
Let's just say like it's not Mall of
Let's say
America.
Green Hills.
Yeah, Green Hills Mall. Just like not like a tiny department store, but it's a mall. It's got multiple stores, but it's just you in there. You have no idea where anything is.
I think I'm going gorilla because, dude, I am so terrified of snakes.
Are you really?
I'm terrified of them.
That's
bro.
my biggest fear.
Snakes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
you
terrified.
just
of
found that out
snakes.
now.
Yeah, that's
After
crazy.
281 episodes.
I had no idea. I've been pretty vocal about my fear of snakes, but I
feel like you
never
have
knew
too.
you feared snakes.
Oh, terrified.
It's also-
even when Wynn had that little lizard, I was like, hey.
Yesterday,
going in, I
Taylor
was
made me
like-
hold it, and I was like, "Yo, I don't think I like reptiles."
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
going
I don't
on?
want snakes.
That's also Claire's biggest fear.
spiders. Like,
Really?
Snakes can't do them.
Dude, shout out Claire.
Yeah, I think I'll go
You guys-
gorilla. It's
I
way
think I'm
worse.
going gorilla, man.
I think the biggest fear is that one in the mall. I feel like you have an idea of where the gorilla could be.
Yes.
With the snakes, they could be anywhere, and there's
Yeah.
fucking 5 of them.
Right,
Yeah.
like the gorilla, like
How do
there'll be
you-
a moment to where you're obviously
But, like,
in survival mode, but once it calms down and you know where it is, like maybe you could fall asleep.
Well, or is it? Or is it like no? Is it like 24 hours of like this thing has like an adrenaline shot in it and it's
not
aggressive?
just like
It's an aggressive.
It's
Oh,
like,
so it's not multiple days, 24
Oh,
hours. Okay,
one-
yeah, there's
one-
no sleeping.
it's one of those where it's like you are.
Maybe you can take
It's
a
fight or
nap.
flight.
You ain't sleeping when there's snakes out there.
Oh my!
No shot. You're sleeping with snakes.
I don't know. I think I would take the snakes. Just like I think you have to. Like I would just go to an open area, try to get on top of something, and have like some type of pole type of weapon, and
Nah, dude,
just
those things are always up to something.
They're always up.
They're, dude, in
Like,
the
you imagine-
Bible, they're literally the devil.
no like.
They're serpents.
Hang on now. So the snakes, they have to have adrenaline shots and shit too.
Oh no, they're aggressive for sure. But like,
yeah,
Have-
bro.
and they-
I feel like my game plan is I go to the food court, spread out all the tables, like try to make some type of wall. Hopefully they're not crawling in the ceiling above me and dropping on me because I guess
They
that's.
could,
I guess you could,
But
right?
think about the
You can
night.
See them coming.
Think about the
What?
nighttime.
You'll be able to see the snakes coming. if you
bro.
go
Have you?
out.
Do you
But
not
what-
remember Anaconda?
Oh yeah.
Have what?
Yeah, but like that's
Seen the
a
movie?
giant snake.
Doesn't matter, dude. They made a movie about a snake killing people.
Yeah, I
The
remember
most
watching
thing
it,
Gorilla's got is what? King Kong?
Harambe.
Planet of the Apes.
Mighty
That shit's
Joe
fake.
Young?
bro.
I don't even know what that is.
Fire, Mighty Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, was that Disney?
yeah.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I got to rewatch that movie now. That's a good movie.
Was it like a Disney Channel original or?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
an actual
you know,
movie.
the old school like
That is a
VHS.
Is it
What's
really?
Is it
Oh, it's
Rampage?
such a
So good.
Rampage as well.
Yeah, but
A lot of
Anaconda
gorilla
though, right?
movies out
There's Anaconda was a crazy fucking movie.
There's nothing.
Give me the gorilla,
But like, where do you hide from that thing?
dude. I go
You
in the
can
elevator. Go in the elevator.
How?
Get snacks
Once you
from
get out of
Auntie
the
Annie's.
sight with it, you can find something.
Like, do I get like an hour head start? Or is it like we enter on one side, it enters on the other side of the mall, and it's like
I think it's one of those, like, you enter the same time, you're not in the same entrance, but and it's like once nighttime
That's
comes,
terrifying.
there's not like power going on, like you're using the sun and things, like it's just like a mall, like the power's not gonna be on at night.
Oh, okay, well, then
Dawn
we're
of the Dead vibe.
So the
we're all-
lights go
no,
off
we're
at
dead.
night like a normal.
I don't know
No,
if any of us
dude.
we
are
might be
surviving.
dead no matter what, but
You
I
walk,
think I
you
would
walk in the
rather
mall,
a gorilla.
you run to Auntie Annie's, you grab as much of those cinnamon pretzels as possible. You go to the elevator and you press the emergency close, and then the ring just goes off for 24
Dude,
hours.
imagine
You
if it's
set
just
up shop.
dark.
I know, but like he can just open.
Get you
what
an
if- well,
iPad?
like he just opens the door, and then he
Oh,
just
bro.
fucking goes through the
He's
roof.
gonna be
of it.
mad at the clothes and shit. He's not coming at you. If he doesn't know you there, he's fighting. He's seeing the mannequins and beating the shit out of the mannequins. He's got a whole.
Fair. It's like
He's still a monkey.
It'll be distracted. Like
The snakes aren't getting through
Think
there.
if you're on the second floor in the middle and he's got to go to a side to come up, like you'll
Bro,
be able
they're
to.
notorious for climbing shit.
They wouldn't be able to. Some of them malls.
like
you
what
can't
if
just
he like
climb up shit
what if
in
he
the
just
mall.
opens the door above you and just jumps on it until it just gives out, and then you just fall to your death.
Okay, so we're talking about like
No.
a legit Planet of the Apes type of situation. This dude, if this dude can talk and move and grab a shield and a spear and come after me, then we got a whole different ball game going on.
Fair.
But I'm saying if a monkey or a gorilla is in a mall, I'm going to Auntie Annie's and I'm gonna go close the elevator door. I'm gonna hit the
Fair.
emergency button.
I don't
and I'm
hate it.
chilling for 24 hours.
I don't
I'll
hate
have a
it.
ring in my ear for 2 weeks after, and I'm done.
I don't hate it.
The snakes, wild cards.
And if
They
you
can
die
get
no
in
matter what.
crevasses. They can do whatever they want.
Crevasses.
Hey, and if you die no matter what, I think you just want to be mauled by a gorilla versus hearing like right
I
before
don't
you're
know
dead,
if
bro.
want to die
With
by
that
a
noise.
snake. It's one. I mean, I don't know how venomous.
Like,
a
what if he
black
just
mamba
punches
bite is,
you?
But one bite.
You seen Ace Ventura when the silverback
and
gorilla
then
takes the bad
one
guy
bite
to the
and you're
bushes?
dead. No, they're not
That'd be you.
constrictors.
Yeah, dude. So you're going snake.
I think I would go snake. Because I just think snakes, 5 of them. But I just feel like there's nothing you can do to fight off a gorilla. Like unless there's like a sporting goods store
Dude,
in
snakes
there.
are deceptive and sneaky.
I know, but like
Just when you get kind
I
of
can
calm,
go-
maybe they're gone. You just hear a
I'm gonna find a golf galaxy and have a golf club and like maybe I can swing off a head or something.
no.
like that.
You don't get to do that because if this gorilla has the brain power to
open up a door.
Planet of the Apes, open up the door, jump on the
I
thing,
feel
know
like
where
a
you're
gor-
at, only try to get you.
I mean, like I
and
feel
these
like
snakes are going to be able to withstand your
No,
blows.
we're saying about the elevators. Like, I think if it knew you're in there, it would do everything it could to get in there. Like, if you got in there sneakily and like it didn't know you're in there, maybe it never searches you. But if it sees you go in there, it knows you're in there. It's gonna beat that door down.
Dude, watch any movie.
And they'll
Watch
say-
any
and-
movie with
but
an animal.
same thing
They
with the
get
snakes.
aggressive towards the little thing. If you go into an elevator, they get aggressive and they sneak off in the distance.
And we're saying
Goofy movie.
I know we're saying that this thing just has an adrenaline. shot
Goofy
the whole
movie.
time. But like if I got into an elevator, the snakes are gonna chase me in there too, and they're gonna find a way into that thing. I don't stand a chance in there.
I just think them boys.
Like I think with a snake, like if you get complete open area and like you can see them coming to some extent.
my palms are sweating just thinking about snakes. ripping
The
them out.
back of my knees are sweaty. Like I'm uncomfortable right
I'll
now.
just beat that gorilla's ass, dude.
With
Straight
grit.
up.
Dude, I
Straight
just
up.
noticed your shirt. Thanks for supporting.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah.
You know what's really fun is you guys have sent me so many awesome care packages that all the guys who are selling the team with all those care packages, they wear them all the time.
I love that.
That juices me up.
Like-
it does seem like the 49ers are like the number one supporters of Bussin' with the Boys.
Hang on,
when it comes
time
to
out.
merch.
The amount of people who ask me for the hats is insane. Like I had a rookie ask me he goes, "Do you still have those Bus with the Boys hats?" Someone told me that you gave them to everybody. I was like, "That was 2 years ago." No, I don't have any
And
hats.
that,
left.
the 49er color, the boys, they're like the best seller, yeah?
Well, I mean, when the boy McCaffrey put that on,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that helps.
He bought that hat in Carolina.
It's a great.
he's been about it for a while.
It's great. The boys hats are fantastic. I saw you guys had it. It was in the crowd of was it a baseball game or something like that?
Phillies game. Yeah, Phillies
Yeah,
game.
a kid was wearing the boys hat.
Did you know what's happening this weekend? NASCAR.
Yes.
NASCAR is heading to Nashville for the last weekend of June, over halfway through the season, so there are only a handful more spots more for available drivers to secure their spot in the playoffs. To celebrate the culture of Music City, the winner of the race receives a custom guitar as a trophy. Don't miss out on a weekend filled with fast cars and guitars. Purchase your tickets today for NASCAR at Nashville Superspeedway on Sunday, June 30th. Dude, obviously I get a little joy, Taylor, as you know, bringing up something like this, but also I feel like it just has to be brought up so that way George can say whatever, you can say whatever, and it just goes back to being like squashed and done. but you're talking about all the support of the 49ers locker room.
Yeah.
How'd the boys feel about the take on Brock Purdy last year? I'm sorry. I get a little bit of joy, but I got to bring up.
I know the crazy thing is like I was looking at my phone, so I didn't catch the full context.
I missed it too.
I looked up and I just heard.
I do remember Taylor having a great quote on Brock Purdy about, he's just not the guy. But
I was told he
after
wasn't
your
the guy.
guys' like loss, like when you guys are down a little bit.
Yeah, no,
I was told
coming
he
for the
wasn't the
kill.
guy.
Like
Yeah,
just
coming for the
we're our
kill.
necks exposed right there and like just coming for the kill.
Yeah.
But really is there's things that when you're on in front of a microphone all the time, there's things that you might get coerced into saying, or you have to try to give headlines once in a while. So I don't hate him for that, and he's never personally met Brock. Like I don't think Taylor would ever say anything like that about me or Christian McCaffrey or like the guys that he knows.
I would.
You would?
No, I wouldn't.
That's tough. But like, it is what it is. It's a take. It's a headline. People are gonna talk about it. Taylor gets a spotlight on him for a little bit. He loves that.
Yeah, I'm begging for it. Ever since football's ended for me, I need it.
That's why you're on podcast.
No question.
No, but like I was just like, Michigan guy. Like it is what it is. Not too worried about it. And then like I had no animosity towards Taylor for it. Like it's a take, then it is what it is, and it just gives the boy Brock. I don't know if Brock even saw it.
Brock saw it.
Did he?
Because
Yeah.
we addressed it at the Super Bowl,
he
right?
100% saw it. And I will say this. First off, shout out to you and CMC for calling me out and being like, hey, what are we doing? That is a for sure bro thing to do for your boy Brock.
Yeah.
I, to Brock's face, apologized at the Super Bowl. Apologized, waited my turn in media, raised my hand and said, hey, Brock,
Super polite.
want to apologize? Yeah. And we have that on film too, of me saying sorry. That was a bad deal.
That was tough
was
for you.
Most
Niners
of my
fans
takes have
hated
not
you.
all. Oh yeah, all of my takes on quarterbacks have been wrong.
Hey, Niners fans, Taylor he's a solid dude. It's okay.
Thanks, man. Please clip that for the love.
He's a
of God.
solid dude. Occasionally makes a mistake. It's okay. Solid dude though.
Yeah, dude, I do mess with the Niners, man.
Incredible.
I was rooting for you guys in the Super Bowl.
I don't believe you.
I was, no, for real,
Okay, that's fine.
absolutely.
No, he was.
Yeah,
I think
I was
when it
just
got
kidding.
to that point, it's like, how do you root against, or how do you like bet or whatever against Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
that
It's
was
hard.
your thought. I actually just wanted the Niners to win. My thought was that the Chiefs have had it a couple of times. Like, I would love to have the boys win it. You just stayed on the narrative of like, I hate the Chiefs for whatever reason. You've single-handedly given the bulletin board material for the Chiefs to win the last two Super Bowls.
If they have to win in spite of me, so be it.
Oh,
Don't do it again,
just
man.
more shit.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
yeah.
funny.
That was kind of
That was funny though. It
that was
whatever.
wrong.
It's
I feel
okay.
bad. No, man. Say some bad things about me.
I feel like as he was saying the answer, he got his couple.
He got a shot.
I got a
He's
couple.
getting
I got a
shots
couple
in
shots
there.
in there, a couple jabs. I think you need more tattoos. That'd be my.
I got one little spot right here that I need to get right done.
Oh,
This little spot.
that's where my scars are. If you want to see them later,
I want to see them now.
not on camera.
Oh, they're bad?
They
No, it's just pretty low. Like,
Nice.
there's some footage.
Nice. Yeah, man.
yeah.
Cut the lights.
Cut the lights. I think we're solid.
It's been a fun pod. I feel like we still need to continue to talk, so that way
What's the best concert you guys have ever been to?
Mitch can't.
Dude, I'm not.
Honestly,
a massive
last year Bonnaroo.
Was it fun?
Yeah, got to see.
Like, what
yeah.
time did you get there at?
Like we were in there in the afternoon, and we stayed till probably like 2 a.m. after Odessa.
Because the afternoon shows are really fun.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to miss those.
Don't want to miss those. Right around the 2 o'clock, you want to be there probably at like 2:30, so you can enjoy who's.
And like you might beat a lot of people there because a lot of people are coming in for the night traffic
Right.
too. So like maybe you
Good
get caught
spot.
in traffic if you leave anytime after 2 o'clock.
Right, get a little closer to the stage.
That's tough. Hate to see that.
But yeah, Bonnaroo last year, Odessa, they absolutely crushed it.
Odette, I remember that and I couldn't go. Wow. Do you have room in your car?
Yes.
You don't want to go in his car, bro.
You think my wife? No, I can't do that. That's not very fun for me.
That would be so sick if I showed up to Bonnaroo with George Kittle.
I've always wanted to go to Bonnaroo. That would be so.
What's
much
been
fun.
your favorite concert?
When I was 19, my freshman year at Iowa, we didn't make a bowl game. We won our first 4 games and we lost 8 straight.
Oh, no.
super tough. And then something like that. And then we
Something like that.
so my dad was coaching at Oklahoma and they were playing A&M in the Cotton Bowl, the Johnny Manziel game when he had like broke a bunch of records. But so we were down in Dallas that week and they had lights all night. And I got to see Tiesto, Heads Will Roll by A-Trax,
Mhm.
Calvin Harris, and the Nervo Twins. And so like I was just like my first rave concert like that ever, and I was just like, this is amazing. I had a great time. I was 19 and they're like, my sister and her friends are all getting lit, and I'm just standing there like having an absolute banger of a time.
Were you sober?
Yeah, I was 19, man.
Yeah, of
Totally
course you
sober.
He wasn't of age.
Jeez, dude.
That's
Good.
crazy.
You were just
Mitch?
standing there, so I don't know.
I had a great time. I promise you
He said
that.
we were just standing there,
19,
so-
Mitch.
But also Bottle Rock in Napa Valley is insane. It's the nicest festival I think you can go to. Everything's turfed. There's no dirt. Everything's beautiful. And they have like, if you have like the VIP cards, like they have buildings like that have like beautiful, like type, like wonderful wines, food. It's kind of like a wine party, except that everything is like, but at the same time, everyone there's just shit faced. And they have like anywhere from Pink to Post Malone to Counting Crows to Red Hot Chili Peppers, Metallica. Like it was every type of music is there.
Yeah.
It was that
Yeah,
I
sounds
usually go
like a
there. It's over Memorial Day.
That sounds like a banger.
Yeah. Napa's
That's-
such an interesting place.
I met Keanu Reeves there last year.
Really?
Oh,
How'd that go?
That's right.
So they have this thing, and they have like a side stage where like they do like cooking and stuff up there because it's like one of the bigger sponsors. I can't remember the name of it, and I feel horrible, but they like have their own private stage, like, and there's a crowd out there, and so like I would go up there on stage with Claire, and like we did like a cooking competition against the Bella Twins. Like how fun is that? They're WWE wrestlers, and they're awesome. So we did, and then like another year I was up there and like you just like do a little fun thing in front of the crowd. But then Keanu, he plays the bass in a band, and so they performed.
Hell yeah. he does.
And then yeah, of course, right?
Yeah.
like just a side
that's so wild.
side quest.
Yeah.
And so then afterwards, they did like a little cooking thing on that stage, and I got to meet him afterwards.
What's he like in person?
Cool, like exactly what, like just super nice, super cool, very chill. Like, what's up, man? I was like, I love you. You're amazing, dude. Like, thank you for being so cool. He's just, oh, bro, that's so awesome. Like, I was like,
Thank you for being
I
so
lo-
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's just very quiet to himself, but like, it just like appreciate your support. Like, I think like he has to be one of the most famous people I think I've ever met.
Yeah, he's up there.
You taking
He's-
Jason
he's-
Bourne or John Wick?
In a fight, John Wick, he can't die.
Yes, sir.
He literally can't
When's the
die.
last time you seen the Jason Bourne movies?
Probably like 3 years ago, I rewatched them all. I grew up Matrix, Jason
Then you should
Bourne.
be more informed.
Why?
It sounds like he is the most informed, and that's his take. That's his
Well, no,
opinion.
wait, okay, like you're like one-on-one. Like, is it like a mission that they get to go kill each other, or is
It's,
it like?
yeah, it's a one-on-one game.
I
Their
mean-
beeper goes off. They're
Oh.
each their target. They are each their own.
Just
target.
think about this, John. Think about how much help John Wick had in those 4 movies. Now think about the Bourne
That's fair.
movies. How much help did Bourne have? He didn't. He was just always one step ahead of everybody else, and his hand-to-hand combat is nuts.
And the caliber of
I will say he did kill her out of the book,
And the
but
caliber
so
of
did
what-
John Wick.
his opponents.
They
I'm
both-
John
yeah.
Wick. I'm pro John Wick.
The one thing about John Wick though is like he doesn't really miss any
Oh,
shots.
he misses.
And he also has a bulletproof suit on. Jason does not.
True.
Fell down a case of stairs.
It got
Multiple
right back.
times.
No, I think
got
it'd
his
be,
ass beat all over the yard.
who's another
That dude could move.
That
That dude
dude
could
would-
move.
who's
Agile.
another like version of that who would like be a good fight, like Indiana Jones type, like another
Indiana Jones
He would
is
die.
getting body
he'd
back.
get body, but like
Yeah,
who's
he's
another
getting
character?
Equalizer.
Equalizer,
Liam Neeson.
Too old.
Taken. Nah, he's screwed.
Too old. Too old.
in Extraction. Tyler Rake.
Extraction,
That's a
in
good
fact,
one.
he
That's
gets
a good
I
shot
haven't
a
seen
lot.
that.
Extraction on Netflix,
No, I haven't seen it.
super fun.
Really?
Yeah, the first one's really fun.
I need to see it.
Yeah, the second one's still good too. It's just literally action for 2 hours. They have like a 15-minute chase scene that's one cut. It's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen.
No shit.
I went back and I just rewound. I watched it through again because it's literally one camera shot and it chases him for 15 minutes. Of him just beating the hell out of people.
I mess with that. That sounds cool, but
That's a great one for your flight. It's a great one for your flight to
He's
Canada.
like, no, we got Jason Bourne.
I still think Jason Bourne over John Wick. I loved everything you just said about Extraction, and I'll definitely give that a look.
On your way to Canada for the 4th of July, you should definitely watch Extraction with your
I
wife's
probably
family.
will. I will, and then I'll watch The Patriot.
I would go
I'll
too
watch
if you
Band
guys
of
invited
Brothers. I'm gonna watch Masters of the Air, Saving
Didn't you
Private
say-
Ryan,
didn't you s-
Miracle.
Ooh, I need to rewatch.
That's what I'm gonna watch, man. Man, I can't wait to get to Canada.
Braveheart.
I'm so excited.
You keep saying that and then side eyeing somebody
No,
else.
it's just funny because we like. There's like a. It's very well known that my wife's family watches this show, and
Oh.
I
Hi,
do
guys.
like.
And it's very well known that Taylor.
I love
hates
Canada.
No, dude. I enjoy going to Canada, but I think it's funny that Taylor's family like gives me a hard time for being American. But then I'll say something about Canada, and they act like the stereotypical American does about their country, and so they just kind of play themselves.
It's fun.
And then I sit here, and then I have to get calls. They call Taylor, and Taylor talks to me about it. It's
Tell,
just like
tell
kinda
me,
one of those deals.
say, hey, just
Hey, in
Come
the
right
middle
here.
of that, when he's like, and then they hear what I say about Canada, just do the montage of what Taylor says about Canada, and then bring it back to where.
we are now.
There,
where
yeah,
we're
I
at
had
now.
a whole thing about how Canada's more dangerous than America because I lived in America for 32 years and I've had 3 crimes committed on me, but I've spent probably 9 months of my life total in Canada and I've had 1 crime committed against me.
The math.
The math just plays out that
The
way.
analytics.
I got an argument with, I was just talking about how America's the best, and Taylor's mom, Tana, said something about our schools and all this, and then I said something about Trudeau, and they they got proud people on me. They got on me. They got on my ass.
That's
I don't know if it was
awesome.
Trudeau or not, but I just remember them. I'm thinking to myself like, yo, this is how an American would react
Wow.
to the things I'm saying.
What a
They're not that different.
what a fun family
Countries aren't that
vacation.
different.
People
No,
aren't
they're
that
proud.
Yeah, but we have
They
a
like
fun
living
time.
there.
But yeah, there's bears and stuff. Canada is the one place I go to when I go outside at night. I'm nervous because I don't know.
You know what's out there.
Yeah,
different. Yeah,
got the
man.
cougs, got the bears.
Black Mambas.
No, ain't no black mambas up there.
That's scary.
There are not.
Didn't
a whole
you
lot of
say
snakes.
the average showing length was like an hour 30 to an hour 45?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're breaking records
Oh
over
yeah,
here.
we've crushed it. It's been a great podcast.
I
Yeah.
know.
We
Anything
probably
else you guys
covered
want to
all
talk
that
about?
stuff Canada too.
I don't think so. Did you really guys? Did you?
I don't feel like
Did
dealing
you
with
guys
that.
really not know the OT rules?
Overtime?
Yeah.
Like pretty
Like
sure.
the majority of the country when that happened.
I'm pretty sure it was explained to us at one point.
Yeah.
But like for me, like this is my thing. Like with the uproar about it, was like I never really understood why it mattered that the player didn't know. Besides the fact, like, and I knew that we were gonna do what we did because our defense just got like ran up the field over the course of like 6 minutes. So I think they're exhausted. So I was like, there's no way we're gonna put them back on the field. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I feel like we all knew what we were gonna do, but I was just like, I mean, I'm just gonna do whatever the coach asked me to do. Like I don't really. What was the
Right.
like whatever he says, like whether we go offense or defense first, like I'm just gonna go out there and do my job.
Right. Right. You're just gonna go do your thing.
Yeah. The only thing that I didn't know that it was like if that quarter have ended, it just goes into a second quarter. There's not like a time limit really on it. Like both teams get their drive.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I was learning about it too, like in real time.
but I think like our coaching staff does a great job every week. They like rules around the league, and like I think we know a lot about like that a lot of teams might not cover. I think we do a really good job about that. So I was surprised when like that came out because I was like, I'm pretty sure we went over that. Like,
yeah.
So
Yeah. People seem pretty upset.
yeah,
but-
Juice had a hell of a quote. He was like, "Yeah, I had no idea." I was like, "Juice, I'm pretty sure we did have an idea." he got crushed. I was like, "Dude,
I'm pretty sure we did know.
Juice, Harvard, man. Like you know this. I promise you, you know this, baby."
That's somebody that's just ready. Hey, call the play. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
just
you
call-
have no clue.
Yeah, just call the play, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Great pod.
Great pod.
Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo. Mitch, get on it, man. You might be able to make it. You might be able to make it and see Mike.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
248.
Subscribe, rate 5 stars.
Big hugs. tiny
Listen to
kisses.
Bus with the Boys.
Yeah, listen to Bussin with the Boys. George, hey,
It's a great show.
thanks, bro. This was fucking awesome.
God, I love the boys.